Hello, good evening. My name is Richard. Welcome back to my channel over and over again, the Arsenal podcast. This is a live watch along. Arsenal, of course, in action again. The second midweek game this week. This is, of course, Aston Villa that we're playing tonight following a disappointing performance on Monday against Crystal Palace. Hoping for something a bit better tonight. So coming up, the other side of this intro is going to be the big watch along, Arsenal versus Aston Villa. Hello, good evening. This is over and over again, and I say this is the Arsenal versus Aston Villa live watch along. The game will start in just under 15 minutes time. Obviously, we can only start one way, and that is with the team news for this game. There's actually three changes from Monday. So this is how we line up then. So in goal, as expected, it is Aaron Ramsdale. The back four at right back is Tomiyasu, again as expected. Next to him is Ben White, of course, and also following next to him is Gabriel. The first change to the team is actually at left back. Kieran Tierney's got an injury, so in comes Tavares. A rare start for him. Looking forward to seeing how he gets on. Then in midfield, we've got Thomas Partey again as expected, and he is going to be partnered by Sambi Lokonga. So that's the two in midfield. Then just ahead of them, we have got, when I find his picture, there he is there. Emile Smith-Rowe is in the number 10 position tonight. And then either side of him, we have got on the right, it looks like it's going to be Bukayo Saka. He is fit. That's good news. So he's going to be on the right. On the left, we'll assume it's going to be Aubameyang playing on that side. And then up front through the centre tonight, it's Lacazette following his brilliant performance the other night when he came on off the bench. So that is the Arsenal team then. So three changes. Tavares is in for Tierney, Lokonga is in for Odegaard, and Lacazette is in for Pepe. Two of those are on the bench. Kieran Tierney has got an injury, so he's not even on the bench. The Villa team, I've got both lineups there. The Villa team, it's Martinez in goal. They've got a back three as usual. It's Konsa, Tuanzebe, and Mings. Then Cash and Target are the two wing backs with McGinn and Douglas Luiz in the centre. Then Buendia is in the number 10 position. Just behind, they've got a front two of Ings and Watkins. On the bench, actually, is Bailey, the player, of course, that we mentioned last night on the show with Froggy, of course, the Villa fan who was on the channel last night. We talked about him. He's their danger man. He is fit to be on the bench. He's had an injury. Of course, he won them the game recently, didn't he? Against Everton in about 27 minutes. That's all he played in that game, and it was enough to help Villa to win that game. So he's a danger man if he comes on. So we'll have to watch out for him. Of course, Martinez returning to the Emirates, first time with fans, and of course last season when he played in this fixture, he obviously there was no fans in the ground. So we'll see what reception he gets very, very shortly when the teams come out. I don't see why he should get a bad reception. He's left for first team football. He's done well. And of course, we've now got Ramsdale anyway, so we don't really need to worry too much, do we, about that goalkeeping situation anymore. It's going to be an interesting game, this actually. I think Aston Villa, but they've had a bit of an up and down start to the season, a bit similar to us actually. When you look at it, not made too many changes to their lineup actually. I suppose the only potential for change would have been Hawes coming in for Tuanzebe, but Dean Smith has gone with Tuanzebe tonight in the back three. So we'll see how that works out for Villa. Of course, they've got a good record at the Emirates. We've only won 6 of the 12 Premier League games that we played against Aston Villa. Of course, from that very first one back in 2006, when it took a late goal, didn't it, from Gilberto Silva to give us a 1-1 draw. On that particular occasion, Olef Melberg, of course, scored the first Premier League goal at this stadium, of course, that day. And since then, I say we've only beaten Villa 6 times in 12 visits in the Premier League. So not a great record. Of course, they did win this fixture last season 3-0 as well. If you remember that game, really poor performance from Arsenal. Of course, slightly different Villa team this year, isn't it? Without Jack Grealish. Again, we did speak about that on the show last night. And yeah, I mean, he's obviously been a miss, but they spent the money well. Danny Ings, of course, Buendia as well has come in. Bailey, who's on the bench, I say tonight. So, you know, they've spent the money well. They've got some good young players as well. Ramsey and Archer on the bench. Good young players. They're in a good position at the minute, a good place for Aston Villa, aren't they? You know, they had a few seasons out of the Premier League, didn't they, not so long ago? But they've turned it round and they're heading in the right direction. Of course, they do start this game just 1 point below us in the table. So obviously a victory for Villa tonight will take them above us and knock us down even further. Of course, this is the first game of the weekend as well. So everyone else will have a game in hand on us. Earlier in the week, there were Arsenal fans saying that if we could beat Palace and Villa, we would have been right up there challenging for the top four or place in the top four. Of course, the Monday night game didn't go particularly well, did it, in the end? And this is going to be another difficult game. It was mentioned last night on the show, actually, you know, are Aston Villa a better team than Crystal Palace? I think we all agreed that at this moment in time, they probably are. Crystal Palace are a new team with a new manager, whereas, you know, a bunch of this team have been together for a few years now with a manager, and you can see that they are maybe slightly ahead of Crystal Palace on the progress of the process that they're making. So yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be another tough game. And I say Villa's record at the Emirates is good generally, although we did have a decent spell in the last couple of years before they got relegated, of course, beat them, of course, in the FA Cup final in 2015 as well, the year before they went down. But this is a different Aston Villa side, isn't it? They look a well-organised team. I like to look at their midfield, actually. McGinn and Douglas Luiz, two really strong midfield players. And that's sort of our weakness a little bit. Thomas Partey didn't have a great game the other night. Lokonga as well. He's still young and learning, isn't he? So we need them two to really have a strong game tonight, or I think this is going to be a difficult game. I said it last night on the show with Froggy that I think that midfield is going to be key to this game. And our two in midfield tonight are going to have to be really, really on their game. Nigel says, I'll be satisfied if we get an entertaining game of football tonight. Yeah, I mean, me too, because that's been an issue. My confidence in this Arsenal side is absolutely shot. Yeah, I don't have a great deal of confidence. It's good to see Aubameyang and Lacazette playing together, isn't it? Because they linked up quite well in the final 10 minutes or so the other night when Lacazette came on. Of course, Lacazette got the goal as well. So he's earned his starting place. It means Aubameyang is going to be more on the left-hand side, I would say, just behind. So he's had some good games there, hasn't he? He's got a lot of goals from that position. He certainly did under Unai Emery, didn't he? Under the previous manager in particular. So be interesting to see how that works out. But yeah, it's good to see those two again starting the game. I can't remember last time they both started a Premier League game, actually. It's got to be a long time ago, hasn't it? If anyone in the chat knows that answer to that question, that'd be good. But it will definitely be a long time ago. I can't actually remember when it might have been. So looking forward to seeing how those two link up. And that's going to be a good battle, isn't it, against the back three of Aston Villa. They've not maybe been that solid at the back this season, have they? Certainly last season, that was their strength, wasn't it? And obviously Martin has kept a lot of clean sheets, whereas this season they've struggled a bit more defensively, haven't they? So there could be goals in this game. So there were 4 the other night. Unfortunately, only 2 of them went in our favour. So hoping for a better performance tonight. It's a big opportunity for Tavares as well, isn't it? Nuno Tavares starting at left back, of course, with Kieran Tierney's injury. It was Saka we were worried about, wasn't it? After he had to go off the other night with that kick that he got. From MacArthur, should have been sent off, shouldn't he, the Crystal Palace midfield player then. But Saka is fit to play. It's Tierney that's out. He's not even on the bench. I say he's got an injury there. So Tavares is coming. A good opportunity for him. I do like him going forward. I think he's got a lot of energy, a lot of pace, a lot of enthusiasm. I'm a little bit concerned by his defence, the defensive side of his game. So it's going to be interesting to see how he gets on. Of course, Matty Cash is going to be coming forward down the right, isn't he, for Aston Villa? And we know how dangerous he is going forward as well. He can put in some good deliveries. So Tavares is going to have to defend well. And he's probably going to have Aubameyang helping him out a little bit as well, I would say. So we'll see how that situation works. But going forward, I think we should pose a goal threat. But then we say that quite often. And quite often we don't pose any goal threat at all, do we? So we'll have to see how that kind of works out. But yeah, I'm expecting a better performance from Arsenal tonight. I'm expecting a reaction to that disappointing game on Monday, and maybe that last-minute equaliser from Lacazette will give us a little bit more belief and confidence going into this game, which we're going to need because it's going to be really tough, isn't it? Aston Villa are a decent team now, and I'm sure they're going to be up for this game. They're going to want to, go above us in the league, aren't they? Which is what will happen if they win. So, yeah, it's a big game for Arsenal. It's a big night. and say the second midweek game of the week, actually, which is unusual. We don't normally have this many, do we? So it's going to be interesting to see how it works out. But I'm looking forward to the game. As Nigel said in the chat there, hopefully it's an entertaining game, because we really haven't had enough entertainment every watching Arsenal over the last couple of years or so. There's not been many really exciting games that we can get behind. So hopefully tonight will be a good game, and hopefully we can get the win, which will put us in a decent, a much better position anyway, won't it? Following, I say, Monday night's disappointment. Of course, it will also increase our unbeaten run to 6 games. I do think the 5-game run is a little bit. I don't think it's a true reflection of how we've been playing, to be honest with you. I think we've been quite average in most of those games, if we're totally honest. And the last 2 in particular, we were fortunate at Brighton to get a draw. We were fortunate, of course, as we know, on Monday to score in the 95th minute in a game that really we, early on in that game, we looked as though we were in control of. So yeah, Nigel in the chat again says there, Tierney's fitness problems at such a young age doesn't bode well for his prospects as a top fullback in seasons to come. No, it doesn't. He doesn't seem to be able to string together a good long run of games, does he, without getting injured, which is a worry, because he is an important player. But I just don't think his form's been that great, has it, this season? He's been very in and out, and he's nowhere near the level that we would have expected from him, nowhere near the level that he showed, of course, last season. So yeah, that's a bit of a worry for me. But he's out tonight with an injury, so Tavares has got a good opportunity, hasn't he, to step in and say, and show Arteta what he can do, and say, look at me, give me more opportunities. So sometimes when a player's out, someone else steps up, and it could change the season for that particular player. So this is Tavares' big opportunity tonight, isn't it? Shane's in the chat as well. How are you doing, Shane? Thanks for watching. He says, hi, Rich. Hi, lads, in chat. 3 points is all that matters, and feeling confident. Come on, you Gooners. Yeah, I mean, I think we've got a decent lineup, actually. I'm quite excited to see how it works. I say, especially with Aubameyang and Lacazette both in the team together. That's interesting, and I'm quite excited to see how that works out, actually, tonight. And Smith Rowe in the number 10 position as well. That's his best position for me. He's almost forced out wide sometimes to accommodate Ødegaard in the team, and I'm not sure that's always worked particularly well. Ødegaard's been poor the last couple of games, so I'm not surprised he's been left out of the starting lineup tonight. And of course, Pepe, as we know, wasn't great the other night either, was he? Faded out of that game really badly after a pretty bright start. So yeah, there's a big pressure on Arsenal tonight, actually, to bounce back from that performance. The teams are just coming out now. Aston Villa are already out, and Arsenal are now just emerging from the tunnel with this team tonight. The crowd are in, look like they're getting behind the team as well. That's been a feature actually this season, despite the performances being quite poor. The crowd have been good. They've not turned on the team really yet, but another couple of poor performances, and who knows? I'm sure that the unrest will start a little bit more as we go along. But anyway, let's hope that doesn't happen. It's a much better atmosphere in the stadium these days. Let's hope that can continue. But I do think that's going to be perhaps related to how the team performs on the pitch. And we do need, as I say, a big reaction from Monday night, because that was a poor performance. And Brighton as well was a poor performance just before the international break. So it's a big opportunity for Arsenal tonight, isn't it, to show what we're all about. Another live game on the telly as well. So, the watching world. We haven't done particularly well on a Friday, have we? We lost, of course, the first game of the season at Brentford on a Friday night as well. We never really got going in that game. So, yeah, we need a performance tonight. And, it gives us a good break after this as well, doesn't it, until our next game, which is, of course, next Saturday lunchtime. So, yeah, it's going to be a big game this for Arsenal. An important game as well. Important game for Arteta. There's been more and more unrest, I suppose, this week. He's still got a lot to do to convince me he's the right man to take the club forward. I certainly don't believe that he is. He hasn't shown me any reason to believe that either so far. So yeah, it's an opportunity for him to really show that he's managed to get the team up for this game. He has made a couple of changes, one enforced change with Tierney, but he's made a couple of tactical changes as well elsewhere in the team. So let's see if that works. But it's going to be a tough game. We are getting ready for kick-off now, of course, at the Emirates Stadium. It's going to be, I say, an important game is for Arsenal. And let's hope we can produce a much better performance on Monday. And if we do, I'm pretty sure we can get the right result, but we'll have to see. Rajendra's in the chat. Hello, Aidan Rajendra. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're well. Looking forward to the game. I hope you are as well. I'm sure you are. So we're just about to kick off. Actually, Aston Villa are in sort of dark blue kit. It's quite a nice kit actually. It's all dark blue. We've just done the touring cross ready for kick-off. The two captains, obviously Tyrone Mings for Aston Villa and of course Aubameyang for Arsenal. It looks like Arsenal are going to be attacking the goal to our right in the first half, which is of course the clock end for those familiar with the Emirates. So Aston Villa will be attacking the North Bank in this first half. Arsenal need to start well and then carry that into the game, because what's happened in the previous few games is we've started brightly and then faded. So we need to start brightly and keep that going and hopefully get an early goal and push on, which we wasn't able to do, of course, the other night. But anyway, the players are just taking the knee now, and we are just about to get kick off going. It's going to be Arsenal to kick off. It's going to be Lacazette. And Arsenal have started this game already, and the ball's played out to this near side to Tomiyasu. That's a poor ball actually from Tomiyasu. He was poor the other night, wasn't he, as well, against Crystal Palace, looking for a better performance. When he struggled against Brighton as well. Let's hope he's back on form tonight. He's going to be tested, isn't he, down this sort of Aston Villa's left-hand side with Target there. Played that ball through towards Ollie Watkins. There's just a little bit of an after there with Gabriel. The referees come over to get involved very early in this game. It's been a bit of a feisty start here. Watkins there didn't seem to like the challenge on him. Tyrone Mings was there head to head with Aaron Tyrone Mings was head to head there with Ramsdale, and the referee there is pulling everybody else away. I think he's going to speak to Watkins and Gabriel. They were the two players involved in that very, very early incident there. It was a ball played up that left-hand side from Target towards a penalty area. Watkins had just got a yellow card, and I think that's all that's going to happen there. It was a ball played from Target there. Gabriel was trying to let it run through to Ramsdale, which it did, and he backed into Watkins, who then threw him to the floor, and Gabriel reacted quite angrily as well. So a little bit of handbags early on in this game, but it's a yellow card to Ollie Watkins inside the first minute. So he's walking a little bit of a tightrope, isn't he, in terms of discipline. So we'll see what happens on that side of it. But yeah, quite a lively little start there. But Aston Villa won the ball in midfield there with McGinn, tried to play it through to Danny Ings, who of course has scored against us, hasn't he, a couple of times before in his career. I remember a goal he got for Southampton a few years back against us at St Mary's. But this is Arsenal now coming forward for the first time. Lacazette now just on this, coming over to this near side. He finds Saka out on this right-hand side for Arsenal, cuts in onto that left foot of his, plays it square to Thomas Partey about 35 yards out. He plays it square again to Lokonga. It's over on the far side to Tavares, his first touch in this game, playing left back, very, very high up the pitch at the moment. Or nearly a mistake there in the middle of in the centre circle there from Ben White. He got away with that. Tomiyasu now finds Bukayo Saka, back to Tomiyasu again, plays it into Thomas Partey, and now it's back with Ben White. It was Gabriel, sorry, with a mistake just a moment ago inside, or almost a mistake. A little bit of a loose touch inside the centre circle, and Villa almost pinched the ball, but they didn't quite manage to. But now Smith Rowe's coming forward down that near side, cuts in down the far side, cuts in infield. He was looking for Bukayo Saka, but Aston Villa have managed to clear the ball away with Konsa. But Arsenal picked up a loose ball again. We're starting to settle down a little bit now following that rather lively start. Now Tomiyasu again, he's had the ball quite a lot in his opening 2.5 minutes, coming forward down his right-hand side, finds Bukayo Saka on the near touchline. He plays it back in to Thomas Partey, back to Tomiyasu, very high up the pitch. The two fullbacks actually in these early stages. It's back with Partey again, plays it inside. Saka's got a little bit of space. He's coming inside the penalty area. Saka crosses it to the far post. Overhead kick from Aubameyang, across the goal to Saka again. Puts it over the bar. Good play that was, though, from Arsenal. Saka can smile about that there. I don't know whether Aubameyang was going for goal with that overhead kick. It was Saka found himself in loads of space. He was onside as well, just. Good touch there. He cut him back onto his left foot, played it to the far post to Aubameyang. He tried an overhead kick. Instead, it went all the way back to Saka, who then put it over the bar. Obviously, Aubameyang was trying for goal there, but it almost set up a chance for Saka actually at the far post, but he didn't get a good connection on that at all. It's gone high and wide. Nigel says there, with the AFCON, obviously African Cup of Nations on the horizon and Xhaka on the shelf, our midfield could be stretched, paper thin in January. Yeah, maybe we'll buy somebody in or loan somebody in perhaps. Xhaka should be fit by January, they're thinking. So, but we do need more bodies in there, there's no doubt. Shane says yellow card, right result, yeah. but Xhaka would have got a 3-game ban for the same thing. Lots of empty seats. A bit of exciting play there down that left-hand side from Tavares, looking like a left winger, bursting into the penalty area, but he fired wide of the post. We won the ball actually high up the pitch there. In fact, it was Tavares himself who won it. Then he burst into the box himself. Good run, actually, powerful run, but he maybe could have pulled it back. Instead, he went for goal himself, which you can't blame him for, I suppose, but it was a tight angle and he never got hold of a shot at all. But that was exciting play. It's what we expect from Tavares, isn't it? He does like to run forward down that left-hand side. He maybe needs to improve on his final decision-making. But he's certainly an exciting player to watch, isn't he? And I'm sure he's gonna do that quite a lot tonight, burst forward down that left-hand side, and hopefully we can get a bit of end product. But Arsenal, again, a bit similar to the other night against Palace. We're on top of this game now. We're passing the ball pretty well. That ball was a little bit loose, so it gave Tomiyasu a lot to do. It's gone out instead for a throw to Aston Villa on this near side. But we've certainly dominated these opening 5 minutes. We've had that opportunity as well to score. Well, it was 2, wasn't it? It was Aubameyang's overhead kick from just over on the left-hand side of the 6-yard box. It went back to Saka, who fired over, and then Tavares won the ball himself high up the pitch over on that far side, Arsenal's left. Burst into the penalty area, but fired wide from a tight angle. So it's been all Arsenal in these opening 5.5 minutes, but it is still 0-0. And Aston Villa have now got a free kick midway inside their own half, just slightly over to this near side. Aston Villa's left, Arsenal's right. The free kick goes long from Mings, but it's too long. It's going to go all the way through to Aaron Ramsdale. Of course, the 2 goalkeepers are in the spotlight a little bit, aren't they? Of course, Martinez. A lot's been spoken about him since he left Arsenal the last summer transfer window last year. And I do think the signing of Aaron Ramsdale has maybe ended those debates, really. Now, this is a good forward burst from Ben White. He's run 40, 50 yards with the ball. He now finds Lacazette over on that far side. He's got Tavares outside him. Tavares now just inside the penalty area. Can he get the cross in? Did the ball go out? He did keep it in, but it went straight into the arms of Emi Martinez. But that was a good break forward from Ben White there, actually. That's what he's good at, bringing the ball out of defence. He's maybe not quite so good at defending on one-on-one situations. But anyway, he certainly did well there. And that was a good run forward. And it did lead to not so much an opportunity for Arsenal, but certainly a nervy moment again for Aston Villa. The referee, again, is having to speak to Tyrone Mings, the Aston Villa captain. Not quite sure what's happened there. Aubameyang's over there as well, and Martinez as well. Aubameyang now is being spoken to by a referee as well. I don't know whether he's feeling that there's a little bit of needle going on in this game between a couple of players, and maybe they just need to settle it down a little bit. What happened there was Aubameyang actually charged down an attempted clearance from Martinez, which you're not meant to do, are you, I suppose? And Martinez and Tyrone Mings both reacted angrily to that. So it's already been a little bit of needle in this game in these opening 7.5 minutes. And it is still 0-0, and Arsenal have been the better team. Just won the ball again with Tomiyasu high up the pitch, but Aston Villa managed to clear it. Well, it's a slice clearance there from Tyrone Mings. As Froggy said last night, he is liable to make mistakes, Tyrone Mings, and I totally agree. Twanzebe as well, actually, is another one, isn't he? I do think defensively we've got an opportunity to really get at this Villa defence and hopefully give Martinez a lot to think about. Good pressure in the penalty there from Lacazette. He wins the ball back. Aubameyang now's got an opportunity, and Aubameyang scores. No, it's disallowed. 8 minutes played, but the goal's been disallowed. I think it's for a foul on Lacazette inside the penalty area. Thought we'd got another early goal. We scored after 8 minutes on Monday as well, didn't we? Looked like we'd done it again there. And it was Aubameyang with the finish. The ball was played into the penalty area. Lacazette there was battling away with Konsa. Is that a foul? He's done well there, Lacazette. In fact, Konsa was holding Lacazette initially. And then, yeah, I don't know. It's a difficult one there. It's maybe a slight 50-50 maybe. You could say that's a 50-50. But anyway, he did play the ball across Lacazette to Aubameyang, who slotted it home, but it was given as a foul, and it does remain 0-0. That would have been a bit of symmetry there, wouldn't it? Scoring after 8 minutes again, as we did on Monday against Crystal Palace. But this one is disallowed. I can understand why it was disallowed, but I suppose, you want it to be given, don't you? It was a 50-50, but I thought they were both fouling each other. And because Lacazette won the ball, they've ended up giving the free kick to Aston Villa. But anyway, Aston Villa are now coming forward themselves down this near side with Matt Target. Plays the ball to McGinn. That's a decent cross towards the far post. He's headed back in towards the 6-yard box. And he's headed away there by Ben White, but he's going to be a corner to Aston Villa, the first corner of the game. Kevin's in the chat. What are you doing, Kevin? He says, evening, Richard, from a windy Jersey. Oh, I'm sure it's lovely down there apart from the wind. It's quite nice weather where I am. I know it's a little bit chilly now as in the evening, but it's been quite nice weather for the last few days. But Aston Villa have got a corner now on this far side with McGinn. He's going to take this. Aston Villa have got a lot of players lined up at the far edge of the penalty area, and they're all breaking now. The corner comes into the 6-yard box. It's a header from Tavares, which is grabbed by Aaron Ramsdale. But that was interesting set up there from Aston Villa. That's a quick throw out there from Ramsdale. He's put Saka in down this near side for Arsenal. He's held up a little bit, plays the ball back into midfield to Lokonga. 10 minutes played. Thomas Partey now Smith Rowe over on that far side for Arsenal. He's got Tavares outside him. Can Tavares get a cross in? He can towards the far post. It's going to be headed out there by Matt Target, and Arsenal have now got their first corner of the game. Just moments after Villa got their first corner at the other end of the pitch. Quick break that was from Arsenal. Certainly moving the ball forward a lot quicker in these opening 10 minutes. That was a good cross from Tavares towards the far post. Saka was coming in, but Target took no chances. It is going to be Saka, though, to take this corner on this near side. He's going to swing it in with his left foot. Arsenal have got a lot of players in the 6-yard box. It's a poor corner. It doesn't beat the first man, although it was looped up rather than away. And Arsenal still got an opportunity for Smith Rowe. Blasts it into a crowded penalty area. It hits a Villa defender. I think it was Konsa. And Aston Villa do manage to get that ball away. But half a chance there from Smith Rowe. It was a good effort, actually. But it was going to always probably hit somebody. Now Arsenal coming forward again now with Lokonga trying to play the ball through. Sorry, Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey's done well to win that, but Aston Villa are going to launch a counter-attack there with McGinn, and Lacazette gives away a free kick. And it's going to be a foul, and I think he might be getting a yellow card. Is he, Lacazette? No, I don't think he is. But anyway, he did stop a counter-attack there from Villa, so it was a good tactical foul from Lacazette, although he protested his innocence. And it was a foul on McGinn, who had just turned away from him there and was going to launch a counter-attack. Rajendra says that if City or Liverpool did that, it would have been a goal. Yeah, possibly would have been. But anyway, I thought it was a 50-50, really. I thought the Villa defender was possibly holding Lacazette as well just before that. And anyway, it is the referee, to be fair, did blow the whistle before Aubameyang scored. But even so, it did seem a little bit harsh. Ball's played over the top here towards Ollie Watkins behind the Arsenal defence. Is he offside? I'm not sure he is, but I think the referee's called it back for a free kick anyway to Arsenal. I think it's Lacazette that's gone down holding his face. I'm sure VAR will look at this and we'll see what's happened there, actually. But Lacazette's down at the moment, holding his face. Has he been struck there off the ball? The trainer is now coming on. I'm sure VAR will be looking at that. Is it Tyrone Mings who was the culprit there? Let's have a look. It was just an arm as he jumped for the ball. It doesn't look like there's any intent actually from Mings. He was looking at the ball all the time there, jumped to head it, and he did put his arm across Lacazette's face, and he didn't mean it. And hopefully no punishment will come his way, because he certainly doesn't deserve a card for that. Lacazette is now back on his feet again. I mean, when you're jumping for the ball, well, you've got to move your arms out, haven't you? And he did. He was looking at the ball. He didn't even look at Lacazette at all. And he certainly didn't mean that contact. So the referee's done well there. The two players there shake hands. I think Lacazette probably understands that it wasn't intentional. And I think it's going to be a drop ball, is it? Because the referee did stop the game, of course, because it was a facial injury. And he's just dropped it back to Tyrone Mings, who plays it back to Martinez. And we're back in underway again. 13 and a half minutes played at the Emirates. It's still Arsenal nil, Aston Villa nil. Arsenal have been the better team so far. I've had the better chances, I suppose. One fairly decent chance and a half chance. Lacazette's gone down again over on that far side under a challenge from Konsa at the referee. Craig Pawson, it is the referee tonight, wasn't interested in that. He certainly had his work cut out in his opening stage as a referee, hasn't he? There was that very early incident, the yellow card to Ollie Watkins. There's been one or two little incidents as well since then. There does seem to be a little undercurrent in this game. You can see it. It's almost it's just bubbling under, isn't it? I wouldn't be surprised if there's a red card or two later on. as the game progresses. But Arsenal just won the ball well in midfield there. Lacazette done really well actually, and now the ball broke well to Tomiyasu on this near side for Arsenal. He's got acres of space in front of him, which he runs into. He's still going, Tomiyasu. It's a good run down this near side by Tomiyasu. Can he get across into the box? There's not really anyone in there apart from Aubameyang on the far post. And in the end, Tomiyasu has the ball taken off him, and it bounces off him for a goal kick to Aston Villa. You're wondering why he didn't cross the ball, but there was no one in the box really. There was just Aubameyang over on the far side, faced with about 3 Aston Villa defenders. Douglas Luiz there is claiming he was fouled just a moment ago in the build-up to that by Lacazette. Lacazette just got the ball first, and that was the right decision again by the referee, who's done okay so far, I guess. Obviously, the disallowed goal will be talked about later, I'm sure. But I think that was a fair challenge from Lacazette. He did win the ball, and it did start that counter-attack for Arsenal, but unfortunately, it didn't come to anything. And it is a goal kick to Aston Villa, which Martinez, Emi Martinez, of course, much talked about former Arsenal goalkeeper. But in 10 years, he didn't play that many games, did he? 30-odd games for Arsenal. So I'm not quite sure what all the fuss was about, really. But anyway, Arsenal coming forward again now with Lokonga finds Lacazette on this near side, but the ball does run out of play. What does it? No, we're carrying on. Looked like it had gone out of play there, and now it is headed back to Martinez. I think it's an offside flag anyway. Kevin says there, Lacazette putting about this evening, just what we need. Yeah, I mean, I think Lacazette's got a little bit of a point to prove, possibly, hasn't he? He's not been starting many games, and he obviously scored the other night. You could see how much that meant to him. And yeah, he's certainly putting it about, as you say, and it seems to be rubbing off on 1 or 2 others as well. And it's been a good start again from Arsenal. This 16 minutes played. It is still 0-0. Arsenal have been much the better team so far. Villa haven't threatened at all. They've had 1 corner which didn't come to anything, and they've not threatened at all from open play. And of course, if you watched the show last night with Froggy, the Villa fan, he was saying that actually Villa haven't been creating too much this season. So maybe we shouldn't be surprised by that. But for all our dominance, really, we've only had 1 half chance maybe to score. So, you know, we're not creating an awful lot ourselves either, are we? Despite dominating the possession so far. We're coming forward again now. Thomas Partey, Smith Rowe over on the far side. He's got Tavares ahead of him. Tavares gets forward every opportunity. He's got the ball now. Tavares over on that far touchline. Plays it back to Smith Rowe. Not the best ball to Smith Rowe, but he's got time to find Lokonga. Smith Rowe again finds Tavares. This is a nice little intricate play from Arsenal now. Smith Rowe running towards the penalty area. He's got Lacazette. Plays it square to Tomiyasu. Is he going to find a shot from the edge of the box? He does, but it's high and wide from Tomiyasu. Another player looking for his first Arsenal goal. There's a few in this team who haven't scored yet. Obviously, Tomiyasu, Ben White, Tavares, Thomas Partey, Lokonga. There's not many goals for any of those. Well, no goals from any of those players who are starting this game tonight for Arsenal. So it'd be nice for one of them to break their duck. And it was Tomiyasu there with the effort from about 30 yards, 25, 30 yards, which went harmlessly over the crossbar. But good to see him getting forward there. Another good attack from Arsenal that doesn't really come to anything. And unfortunately, that seems to be a theme, doesn't it, with Arsenal? You know, we do quite well sometimes in the sort of 2/3 of the pitch, and then it all falls apart in the final third, which seems to be the case again in this game. But we are coming forward again. Aubameyang there tried to flick the ball towards Smith Rowe, but Konsa got in the way, and now Villa can try and come forward themselves down the far side with Matty Cash. He finds McGinn. That's a good ball over the top. Looking for the run there of Buendia. It was. Couldn't quite get that ball under control inside the penalty area, but a good ball over the top by McGinn. Buendia's been quiet, of course. He was a player that we were linked with over the summer, wasn't we? From Norwich City there, Emi Buendia. There had been a little bit of talk maybe that we were interested, but nothing ever really came of it. And Aston Villa, of course, with the Jack Grealish money, were able to get him. Whatever, he's been a bit in and out of the team, hasn't he, this season? Had a couple. Aston Villa as yet, whether or not he would have done any better if he'd been in our team, we're not sure. Of course, he would have probably been playing in, or he would have been challenging Smith Rowe for that position. Of course, it's Smith Rowe playing in that position for us tonight. That's a long ball from Tomiyasu towards Saka down this near side. It's a good run. Can Saka keep it in? He's under pressure from Mings. Saka does well, actually. He holds off the Aston Villa defender. Of course, those two know each other well from England, and Mings there fouls Saka. A bit clumsy that from Mings, actually. Saka did well. So they do know each other well, don't they, from their time in the England squad together, of course. So Nigel says there, we don't have a focal point in attack in a similar mould to Giroud, RVP, or even Adebayor. Our attackers are largely runners. Yeah, they are. Lacazette comes very deep as well, doesn't he? So he's not a focal point further forward. And it's true, we don't have that anymore. It's a different style of football, though, isn't it, that Arteta wants. I mean, you look at Pep at Man City, his mentor, if you like, doesn't really play with a centre forward at all, does he? It's almost as though that's what Arteta wants to bring in, but we just don't have the players, do we, to compensate for that? You know, their midfield have got goals in them all the time, and ours hasn't. Anyway, we've got a free kick on this near side. Smith Rowe and Saka over it. It's going to be Saka towards the penalty spot. It's a good ball. Header comes in towards the far post. Is it a goal? Is it the inside of the post? I'm not sure who that was. Was it Lokonga or was it Thomas Partey, perhaps? Well, maybe that actually might have been Gabriel up for that free kick. It was a good ball that Villa never really dealt with. They still haven't really dealt with it. Tavares tries to get across. It's out for a corner. It was Aubameyang, sorry. It was Thomas Partey, actually. He's been threatening his first goal for a while, and he won't have come any closer than this. The ball wasn't really cleared. Thomas Partey got it. He's hit the crossbar from about 6 yards. He maybe should have scored, actually. It fell to him kindly. Just got there ahead of Tyrone Mings. He was stretching, to be fair, and it's hit the crossbar. It is a corner to our side on the far side, which I think Smith Rowe's going to take. Our last corner wasn't very good. Let's hope this one's better. It is better in towards the 6 yard box, but it's cleared away initially by Mings and then another header away. And now Aston Villa maybe have got an opportunity for a counter attack with Danny Ings, but he's running into trouble. No, sorry, it was McGinn, and it has gone out for a throw to Arsenal, but big opportunity that way. In fact, it's a throw to Aston Villa. Big opportunity that, though, for Thomas Partey from about 6 yards. The free kick from Saka, it was headed out by, I think it was Konsa on the far post, but it fell kindly towards Thomas Partey. He had to stretch to get there ahead of Mings, which he did, but he couldn't keep the shot down, and it thundered off the crossbar. But that's certainly the nearest Thomas Partey's come to a goal for Arsenal. It's the nearest Arsenal have come as well tonight so far. In this bright start, actually, 21 minutes played, and it's been all Arsenal, and very, very unlucky there. We've had a goal disallowed, and now we've hit the crossbar with another good opportunity. So we certainly deserve to be in front, and so far we can't quite find a goal. But Arsenal coming forward again. Saka down this near side again. He's been influential in these early stages. Lacazette, who's had a good start to this game, finds Smith Rowe. Tavares charging forward down that left-hand side. Tavares just inside the penalty area. Gets a shot away with his right foot, but it's deflected. Is it just wide? Tavares is looking good as well. It's what Tierney used to do well, isn't it? Bomb forward down that left-hand side. He hasn't really been doing it this season, has he, so far? But Tavares is certainly doing that tonight. He got a shot away with his right foot. It was deflected. It is another corner to Arsenal over on that far side. But Tavares is looking good. His long stride as he comes forward. But it is another corner which Smith Rowe again is going to take from that far side. The last one caused a lot of problems for Villa. This one's in, and their post header comes in. It's a goal. It's there. It is a goal. And it's Thomas Partey has got his first goal. Finally gets one. He should have scored maybe 5 minutes ago with his shot come back off the crossbar. This is a header. It's Smith Rowe's corner from the far side. It came into that near post. It was a good header actually from Thomas Partey. Got in front of Tyrone Mings, headed it across Emi Martinez, who maybe perhaps will feel that he should have done better, but he didn't. And it is 1-0. So it is 1-0 to the Arsenal, as the chant says. And that's pretty deserved, actually. You've got to say we've been the better team for the whole of this game so far. And we do now have that lead. Martinez is looking disappointed. I think he'll feel he should have saved that. Good movement from the corner. Thomas Partey came in at the near post. He got in between Mings and McGinn. Good header, actually, as well, across the goalkeeper into the far post. And he finally gets his first goal just a few minutes after hitting the crossbar. His Partey t-shirts out. Yeah, I'm sure they are. I was there when Partey scored. And Nigel says it's party time. Rajendra 1-0 to the Arsenal. Indeed, it is. And let's not take our foot off the gas, says Nigel. And you're right. We did the other night, didn't we? We got an early goal and then we allowed Crystal Palace an opportunity to come back into the game. We need to learn from that tonight now. We need to show that we've learned from that now. We've got this lead, fully deserved lead it is as well. a big moment for Thomas Partey in his Arsenal career, getting that first goal. And I say he could have two, couldn't he? But Villa now looking to respond instantly down that far side. A cross comes in towards the far post. The header comes in down, but Tomiyasu clears the ball away. And Arsenal have managed to deal with that. What we mustn't do now is to concede a goal so quickly after scoring. 24 minutes gone, just gone. It is Arsenal 1, Aston Villa 0. Thomas Partey with the goal. We thought he was never going to score. He has been getting closer and closer, and finally he gets one in there. A decent header out from a Smith Rowe corner, and we fully deserved this 1-0 lead. But then we fully deserved the lead the other night, didn't we? And didn't build on it. So let's hope that it's different tonight. And we have got a goal kick now, which Ramsdale is going to take in his all-green kit. We've had 9 attempts on goal, 1 on target, which is the goal, of course. And Aston Villa haven't had any attempts yet so far in this game. It just goes to show how dominant we've been. 25 minutes played. There's a foul there. It looked like Saka was just going to break clear down the right-hand side, but instead the ball is going to go back. It's going to be a free kick to Aston Villa. If you haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing to the channel, as well as obviously Watchalongs. I do live shows. There's coverage of the Arsenal women as well, which they've got a couple of weeks off. Next game's not till the 31st of October, so we will be back. Obviously, the women's show is normally on this time on a Friday, but of course we've got this game tonight, and the women aren't playing anyway, or next week. So we'll be back in 2 weeks for the Arsenal women's show in 2 weeks on Friday as well. So please set your reminders for that. So yeah, please consider subscribing. Give it a like as well if you're enjoying the show. Hopefully you are. It's a good performance from Arsenal so far. Let's hope it continues. But as I say, we were in this position, wasn't we, the other night, and we didn't manage to see the game out. Rajendra says there, come on the Gunners, indeed. Come on the Gunners. Let's see this through. Well, let's build on it, really, and make sure we get the points tonight. This is good play again from Arsenal involving Lacazette. Saka then tried to thread the ball through to Aubameyang, but Tuanzebe came across there, of course, the Manchester United loanee, with a good block there to stop Aubameyang breaking clear there, which would have given him an opportunity there to maybe make it 2-0. The ball's now back at Martinez's feet. The crowd are giving him a bit of stick, actually, in the clock end behind that goal. But anyway, I'm sure he won't be too upset about it. Saka there tried to find Tomiyasu, but the ball was a bit short and it's cleared away. It will be a throw to Arsenal, though, on this near side. Tyrone Mings, who's looked a bit shaky at times, actually, in this game. The referee has actually got his notebook out there, his yellow card. I don't know who that was shown to. It was Tyrone Mings, actually, for a foul there on Lacazette. He left his foot in, and he's got a yellow card for that. I think that's probably more and he's just actually pushed Bukayo Saka over Tyrone Mings, having just been booked. But anyway, Arsenal are still coming forward with Lacazette. But this is good play out from Thomas Partey in midfield. He has just lost the ball. He ran into 2 Aston Villa players, and now Villa can try and come forward themselves with Buendia. But Mings there, I say he just got booked for that foul on Lacazette. Probably an accumulation of 2 or 3 fouls that he's already made. And then he pushed Bukayo Saka over, which he's going to have to be careful with. Because that's 2 yellow cards for Aston Villa so far. Watkins and Mings already shown a yellow card, and we're not even played half an hour yet. So what we need to do now is start putting Mings under pressure, because he has looked a bit shaky. He doesn't seem to be able to live with Saka's pace. And he was caught out a little bit for the goal as well, wasn't he? And he has committed a couple of fouls, 2 or 3 fouls already. He has got the ball now, Tyrone Mings. Finds Tuanzebe. Axel Tuanzebe, of course, I say, on loan from Manchester United. Obviously, to get more first-team football, which he's getting at Aston Villa. Mings now finds target down his near side. He thinks the ball over the top, actually, into Ollie Watkins. Holds the ball up well. He finds target again across, hits Tomiyasu, and now Bukayo Saka can maybe break forward down his near side for Arsenal. Counter-attack opportunity, perhaps. Tomiyasu steaming forward ahead of him. The ball's played in towards Tomiyasu. Can he flick it on? He can't. But it has gone out for a throw to Arsenal. That was good running there from Tomiyasu there. Brilliant run inside Bukayo Saka. Good attack that was down the right-hand side for Arsenal. Rajendra said who was booked. I think it was Tyrone Mings for a foul on Lacazette. And then I say he then sort of threw Bukayo Saka to the ground, didn't he? So he's maybe a bit fortunate to still be on the pitch. But anyway, let's not dwell too much on that. He has got to last the rest of this game on a yellow card, hasn't he? So anyway, we've got a throw now on this near side, quite close to the corner flag, which Tomiyasu is going to take for Arsenal. Finds Lacazette, but the ball bounces off Lacazette. And Aston Villa now will be looking to launch a counter-attack. That goal from Thomas Partey is the first time we've scored against Aston Villa in what, just over 2 years since a 3-2 victory here, actually, the game that Maitland-Niles was sent off, if you remember. And we were twice behind, and it was Aubameyang who scored the winner with a free kick. If you remember, Guendouzi had a great game that day, didn't he? He won the penalty from which Nicolas Pepe scored his first Arsenal goal. And, of course, this time it's Thomas Partey with his first Arsenal goal. So maybe playing Aston Villa at home can be good for Arsenal players as well. Now, Matt Target there plays it into Buendia. Villa keeping possession now. They've not had much possession at all in this first. They've not had any spells of possession in this first half. McGinn now threads the ball in towards Buendia, but it was too far away from him, and Arsenal can now break forward with Smith Rowe. That's a great ball towards Tavares now. Tavares is breaking into the penalty area. Plays it across to Saka. He must score. It's a good save from Martinez's legs. It was almost 2-0. It should have been 2-0. So one criticism you've got to have of Bukayo Saka. He's a great player, but he doesn't score enough goals, and he certainly doesn't finish those chances enough. A lovely break that from Arsenal, though. Smith Rowe found Tavares, who's been great down that left-hand side. Great awareness. A lovely cross, actually, and Saka should have scored. Martinez has already gone down. You've got to think that over him. And he said he played it straight onto Martinez's legs. You've got to think that over him there. That was poor. Kevin says there, Saka had to score. That's what Smith was going. Exactly, yeah, I just said that. But Saka has put a corner in towards Martinez, who punches it clear. That should have been 2-0 there. There is a free kick now. Well, it's offside, actually. And Nigel says there, this Villa side is younger on average than Arsenal. Yeah, I think it might be. They've got a young team as well. And DQ says, Gylfi Sigurdsson given a 5-year sentence. Has he really? Obviously, there was a lot of news about that, wasn't there, earlier on? Has he been sentenced, has he? I mean, I don't know if that's true, so I'm not going to say too much about that for now. But they're just showing a goal again. Good header. Sort of came off the back of Thomas Partey's head. And, yeah, I think Martinez will be disappointed, but tough luck, mate. It is 1-0 to Arsenal, and it should have been 2-0. Saka should have scored. Should definitely have scored with that opportunity there. Lovely play again from Tavares. A good counter-attack. What a great ball across that was from Tavares, actually. Put it on a plate for Saka, really. Martinez has already gone down. He just needed more composure, Bukayo Saka there. And as Kevin said, I mentioned it as well, that he's the one thing that's missing from his game, isn't it? Not score enough goals, but Arsenal again have won the ball back, looking to launch another counter-attack. Was that a foul there? It was a foul. And it's going to be another yellow card for an Aston Villa player. That's the third Aston Villa player booked. It's McGinn, actually. And DQ there has said, unpopular opinion, Bukayo Saka is better than Maitland. I'm not sure it's that unpopular, mate, to be fair. I think everybody would say that. Good free kick there. Actually, it was quite a bad foul that from McGinn on Sambi Lokonga, but Arsenal got a free kick now in a pretty good position, actually. Which is about 35 yards, no, a bit further than that, actually, just slightly over to the left-hand side. But it's an opportunity to get the ball in the box and try and put the Villa defence under a bit more pressure, because they've looked a little bit shaky tonight. So the free kick comes in from Bukayo Saka towards the far post, and Villa just about managed to deal with it there. It was Matt Target. He's managed to scramble the ball back to Emi Martinez. It wasn't deemed a back pass, although you could say that, well, he did just fall onto the ball, really. But again, Villa looking a little bit shaky when we get the opportunity to get forward. We're winning the ball back high up the pitch, actually. But Aston Villa are now in possession. It's a long ball played forward. But Tomiyasu is going to let that run. Well, he challenged for the ball with Matt Target, but it was always going out of play, and it's going to be a throw to Arsenal. Nigel says there that was too casual from Saka. Walcott would score these for fun. No, you're right. Walcott, one thing that you can't criticise Walcott for was his finishing. I always thought he was very underrated, Walcott, actually. And yeah, that's the sort of chance he would have snapped up. He was very composed in front of goal, wasn't he? And he put in some really good some really good goals, didn't he? And over 100 for Arsenal and some great finishes. And yeah, I agree. I think he definitely would have scored that. But it's one thing Bukayo Saka needs to work on, isn't it? And if he can improve that side of his game, then he's going to be the complete player, isn't he? And that is the one thing a little bit disappointing with Bukayo Saka, actually. Kevin says they've been watching Partey a lot tonight. His passing is poor. I think he's playing quite well, but yeah, maybe he's been a bit poor. Aubameyang now down the left-hand side. Konza does well, actually. He's probably been the pick of Aston Villa's back three. I think Mings has been very shaky, and Twanzabe's had a few shaky moments as well, but Konza's been good. But Arsenal again have won the ball back. Tavares striding forward. He slows it down a little bit this time. He resisted the urge to burst forward. He's done it to great effect, actually, in his opening 35 minutes for Arsenal, and he's done well. But anyway, it has been one of the standout features of this first half, actually, from Arsenal. Ben White now again. He finds Tavares down that far side. Sorry, Thomas Partey. Tavares is even further forward, almost playing like a left winger, which I think is probably his favoured position. Lokonga there does well in midfield. And there is Tavares, plays it to Smith Rowe on that far touchline. Lokonga there. This is good play from Arsenal. Shot comes in from Tavares, but it is straight into the arms of Martinez. Comfortable save there from the former Arsenal goalkeeper. Shot from about, 25 yards or so, straight at Martinez. Hit it with a lot of power, but not enough accuracy. And it was comfortable for Martinez, who, of course, will be desperate to... He would have been desperate for another clean sheet against us, wouldn't he? But unfortunately for him, that isn't going to happen because we have scored with Thomas Partey's first goal. Of course, that header, a good header it was as well, I say, from a corner. And I'm sure Martinez will feel he should have saved that, but he didn't, so never mind. But Arsenal now total control of this game, certainly in terms of possession. Not really sure that we're making the most of the possession at the moment, though. We should be 2-0. That chance from Saka, of course, as we know. He should have buried that, shouldn't he? But unfortunately, he didn't have the right composure. But Aston Villa do have a free kick now, which Tavares just gave the free kick away there. He got the ball back, and he was a little bit casual there. In fact, and then he tried to win it back, but I don't see what was wrong with it, actually. But anyway, it is a free kick to Aston Villa. Over on that far side, about 15 yards, 20 yards in from that far touchline. It's McGinn who takes it towards the far post. Tomiyasu's underneath it, heads it away. Bukayo Saka completes the clearance. It has gone out for a throw. Arteta caught it, actually. It was a pretty good catch. And that's a bit of taking that throw quickly. But that was a good catch from Arteta. There's the ball was cleared away by Bukayo Saka. But Aston Villa are trying to find a way back into this game. They've not really got much of a kick yet. And again, we win the ball back. You can see how fired up the Arsenal team are tonight. A few changes to the starting lineup as well. And it seems to have freshened things up a bit. And we're looking a lot more hungry tonight. But it's only 1-0. We saw what happened the other night. A 1-0 lead is quite fragile with this team. But it's been a much better first half than the other night. We did drop off, didn't we, halfway through the first half on Monday. So far, 37 minutes played. And we've kept the pressure on. Saka now on his far side does well. Couldn't quite get across him, but he's got the ball back again. This time he plays it out towards Smith Rowe, just on edge of the penalty area now. Tavares, he's going to try a shot again with his right foot. He is, but it's over the top of the crossbar. And that was Lokonga, sorry, not Tavares, with that effort from about 20 yards. But it's gone high over the crossbar, and it's another goal kick to Aston Villa. But it's been a good start from Arsenal. We're pressing them high up the pitch. We're winning the ball back. And we've shown some good passing movements. But again, maybe that final ball, the final finish hasn't quite been there. We've had plenty of opportunities. Thomas Partey's hit the crossbar. Bukayo Saka should have scored. We did have a goal disallowed a little bit harshly as well earlier on. So we could easily be 3 or 4-0 up. But when it's only 1-0, we know what a fragile lead that is with this team. So we do need to take one of these chances, get the second goal, and hopefully kill the game off. Nigel says Villa fans on social media are not happy at all with their team's performance Emirates kept them in the game so far. I mean, he's not had a lot to do, really. He's made a couple of comfortable saves. And I say we haven't really created enough chances. That was a decent save with his legs, but he'd already gone to ground and Saka should score. So I wouldn't give Martinez too much credit for that. But anyway, it's a long throw now from Matty Cash. It wasn't that good a throw, actually. Lacazette's headed it away, although we haven't really got it clear yet. Matty Cash is going to get the ball to get over on that far side. Tried to reverse the pass up towards Buendia, but he didn't read it, actually. And Partey's a long ball clear, but not that far clear. And a Villa player, it was, I think it was McGinn, actually. It's gone out for a throw to Arsenal anyway, over on that far side. We're now in the last 6 minutes of this first half. Good first half from Arsenal, really good. Not quite up there with the Tottenham first half. And certainly we haven't got the goals that maybe we certainly did on that day. And we could have done though, couldn't we? I say we've had enough good chances to have put this game out of Aston Villa's reach. But the fact that we haven't means we're still going to be nervy. And I know, you know what Arteta's like. You've got a feeling that in the second half, if it stays at 1-0, we're going to retreat. And that's going to ask for trouble. So we do need this second goal. We have still got time to get it in this first half. We are coming forward again now with Thomas Partey to Lacazette. He's about 35 yards out. Tries to play the ball out to the far side to Tavares, but it was Twanzavia, I think it was, with a header. And Villa had picked the ball up again in the midfield with Ollie Watkins, who was very deep, actually. He plays a similar kind of style to Lacazette, doesn't he? Drops very deep to try and link the play. But he has lost the ball there, and Arsenal have picked up possession again. That has been the feature in his first half. Wave after wave of Arsenal attack. Now, is Saka going to be in again? No, he's not. Tyrone Mings came across there, played it back to Emi Martinez, who's getting some jeers from the crowd every time he touches the ball, which is, I'm sure it's only light-hearted. As we're into the last 4.5 minutes of this first half, it's still Arsenal 1, Aston Villa 0. Fully deserved lead it is from Arsenal. I say the only disappointment is we haven't scored a couple more goals. And let's just hope that doesn't come back to haunt us later on in this game. Aston Villa are now trying to come forward themselves, but they've really threatened at all. Arsenal have been in total dominance in this game. But Villa have now got a little bit of possession, but they're inside their own half with Tyrone Mings. Plays a short ball forward to McGinn and gets it back again. Villa can't find any way through. They do still keep possession though. Again, it's with McGinn. Lifts a long ball over the top, looking for Ollie Watkins. That's good defending from Gabriel. Of course, it was those two had a little altercation, didn't they, at the very start of this game, which led to a booking for Ollie Watkins, who's not been in the game since, actually, since he got that yellow card. I don't know whether Villa are going to make any changes at half time. It's just not worked for them, has it? As they've got Bailey on the bench, a couple of good young players as well, and particularly Jacob Ramsey, who did score against Arsenal, didn't he, a couple of times in a friendly. Was it the pre-season before last season, wasn't it, when they beat us in that game behind closed doors? And Jacob Ramsey scored, he might have scored a couple of goals that day, actually. But anyway, Arsenal are still in possession. Bukayo Saka, this time he's over on that far side, finds Sambi Lokonga. I don't know whether, has he swapped, with Aubameyang maybe briefly? No, Aubameyang's actually through the middle now. And we're pressing Aston Villa again. Lacazette over on that far side, and he's pressured Konsa into conceding a throw. This is good from Arsenal. Kevin says there, Martinez is back now. I hope as well. He certainly doesn't deserve to be getting any stick, does he? I don't think. Rajendra says, come on the Gunners, indeed. And then Kevin says, seriously, we need the second goal. Yeah, we do. We desperately need the second goal. Because you can almost see the pattern of the second half already, can't you? We're just going to be deeper and deeper. And as a cross comes in there, but it's comfortable there from Ramsey. It was Matty Cash over on that far side with a cross, but a comfortable save or comfortable catch from Aaron Ramsdale, who hasn't actually had a shot to save in this first half because we haven't got near our goal, which is partly down to how early we've pressed and how well we've pressed, but also the fact that Aston Villa haven't managed to string together 2 or 3 passes in the attacking third at all. But they're trying to come forward again. Ball's played through the middle, but Ben White tidies that up. Gabriel now in possession. Those two haven't been stretched at all in this first half, which is coming to an end. Rajendra again. Come on, the Gunners, indeed. Come on, the Gunners. Let's get another goal. Now it's Smith Rowe over on that far side. Can he get past Twanzavia? Twanzavia holds him up, actually. He's forced back Smith Rowe. He finds Tavares, who's had a good first half. In fact, everyone's had a good first half for Arsenal. Sambi Lokonga now in the middle of the pitch, coming forward for Arsenal alongside. He's going to try a shot. He tries to dink it through to Lacazette. Oh, Lacazette tried to turn inside Twanzebe, who does well initially, but then gets his feet in a bit of a mess and has conceded a corner on this near side. But that was good play again from Arsenal. Brilliant that was from Sambi Lokonga there. Turned away from the Villa midfield, broke forward, played the ball outside the defence into Lacazette, and he tried to cut inside to shoot rather than maybe shooting first time. And Twanzebe defended well, and then I say slipped over. It is a corner to Arsenal. We're in the final minute of this first half. It's Arsenal's 5th corner. Aston Villa have only had that one. This is Bukayo Saka. Of course, we did score from one of the corners, didn't we? Thomas Partey's header, that was from the other side. Saka this time again. It's into the near post. The header comes in again from Thomas Partey, and this one goes over the bar. He's in the mood tonight, isn't he, Partey, for goals? He's hit the bar, he scored, and then he just headed that one over the bar. He maybe got a little bit of a firmer connection on that one, actually. But maybe too firm a connection, and he couldn't direct it into the far corner. And it's gone over the crossbar into the final 30 seconds of the first half. There'll be a little bit of stoppage time, 1 or 2 stoppages in play. Lacazette is speaking to the referee there. And there's a few questions being asked amongst the Aston Villa players, amongst themselves, actually. Clearly, they're not happy with their performance in this first half. It's been all Arsenal. The only surprise, really, is that it's only 1-0, because it should be quite a few more. But anyway, let's hope that doesn't come back to us. But Aston Villa are now ending this first half with an attack. Oh, that was surely a foul there from Lokonga. He pulled his shirt back there. Surely that's going to be a yellow card for Sambi Lokonga. Was it McGinn who ran past him? He was just about to run into the box. It is going to be a yellow card for Sambi Lokonga. We can't have any complaints about that. That's one of the most blatant yellow cards you'll ever see. Maybe showed his inexperience a little bit there. McGinn got past him and he just pulled his shirt back just outside the box, actually. It was risky that was from Lokonga. He has picked up a yellow card, and it is now a free kick to Aston Villa in a very, very dangerous area. It's going to be 2 minutes of stoppage time. The free kick's about 10 yards outside the penalty area, just over to this left-hand side. Buendia is over it. He's got a good set-piece delivery. As Buendia, of course, former Norwich City player, yet to score for Aston Villa. Arsenal are in a line just about 5 yards out from the penalty spot. Good delivery here. Could be McGinn, actually. He's got his hand up. Maybe it's going to be McGinn to take this. A little bit of pushing and shoving. Arsenal desperately need to keep this out. McGinn plays it over to the far side, but Ramsdale's got that. Great hands it is from Ramsdale. Wasn't a great delivery for honest. And now Arsenal can launch a counter-attack with Lacazette. There's players steaming through the middle. Aubameyang is. And Tavares was coming up that left-hand side as he's done in this first half, but Tyrone Mings came across there and put it out for a throw to Arsenal. But the second goal right now would be nice as we're into the final few seconds of this first half. Ben White plays the ball out to the far side. That's a good ball, actually, to Sambi Lokonga, to Tavares. Is he onside? He is. Puts a cross in towards the far post. It falls to Bukayo Saka. Can he get the ball down? He tried to play it across the penalty area. Lacazette goes down inside the box. A few appeals for a penalty from the fans, not really by the players. Lacazette's still down. We have played the 2 minutes of stoppage time. The ball's played long by Aston Villa. It's going all the way through to Ramsdale. Surely that'll be half time. Is it half time? No, we're still playing on with Tavares over on that far side. We've played more than the 2 minutes of stoppage time now. Smith Rowe coming forward for Arsenal. We just need to maybe keep possession now. Make sure that we do finish this half with this lead, which should be greater than the 1-0 if we're totally honest. Now, Tomiyasu down this near side plays into Bukayo Saka. Got a little bit of space. Lacazette now on this near touchline tries to fire across him, but it's blocked by Matt Targett. Lacazette's done well. He's had a good first half. Lacazette, he's made a difference in this game. That's a good low cross looking for his mate, Aubameyang, but it was cut out by Aston Villa. Martinez kicks it long, and it is now half-time. And there's going to be a VAR for this penalty, is there? It was Saka played the ball across. Arsenal may end this first half with a penalty if Lacazette got the ball first, did he? Or did Matt Targett get the ball? He did go through Lacazette. This could well be a penalty, you know. This could well be a penalty for Arsenal. I think he's going to go and look at the screen. Is he referee Craig Paulson this could be a penalty for Arsenal in the dying second, well, in what will be the final action of the first half. The half-time whistle's actually gone. It's just if this is a penalty from the instant just before Lacazette put his leg across Target, who's come through the back of him. Did he get the ball first? I think that's going to be the key. If Target's got the ball first, I don't think it will be given as a penalty. But if he didn't, then it certainly will be. This is a big moment. The screen is Craig Paulson is looking at the screen. He's been told to look at the screen. Oh, I don't know. That is a very tough one to call, actually. It's a very tight one. He's gone through the back of Lacazette. What's the referee given? He's given a penalty. Craig Paulson has given the penalty on VAR. He looked at the screen. Matt Target looked very upset and angry with that decision, but it's a tight one. Let's be honest, it is a tight one. It's Bukayo Saka tried to play the ball across it, deflected towards Lacazette. It's just because Target's come through the side back of him, and you can see why he maybe didn't give it initially, but you can see why he's overruled it on VAR. Good refereeing, actually. It's not often VAR goes in our favour, but it has here. Late drama at the end of this first half. It is going to be a penalty to Arsenal. It is 1-0. We've got a great chance now to make it 2-0. And it's going to be Lacazette. Martinez is getting involved with Lacazette, actually. I think Lacazette might be taking this penalty. Of course, Martinez knows everything about these Arsenal players, doesn't he? So this is going to be a big moment in this game, a really big moment, actually. This could be the moment that decides this game. I think if we get this goal, this second goal, then it puts us in a great position, and I'm sure we'll go on and win this game. In fact, it's going to be Aubameyang with the penalty, not Lacazette. Aubameyang places the ball on the penalty spot. This is going to be a big moment. We've played 50 minutes of this first half, thanks to that VAR. It is going to be Aubameyang to make it 2-0. Can he beat his former teammate Martinez? This is a massive moment in this game. Aubameyang versus Martinez from the penalty spot. This for 2-0. There's a little bit of silence in the ground. Aubameyang. Oh, it's saved from Martinez, but Aubameyang touching the rebound. Martinez maybe won the initial battle, but he couldn't win the war. Aubameyang has made it 2-0 at the second attempt. Martinez can't believe it, but tough luck, mate. It is 2-0. Aubameyang with the goal. Wow, what drama there is at the end of this first half. Incredible scenes. Martinez made a good save, actually. It was a very good save, but Aubameyang was there with a follow-up. Martinez absolutely gutted about that, but do we feel sorry for him? No, we don't. Aubameyang now scored again, the second game in a row. Actually, that was a really good penalty save. You've got to give him credit for that. He could do nothing about the rebound. Maybe you can feel a little bit sorry for Martinez, but I'm not going to. But we've got the second goal that's so important in this game. Puts us in a brilliant position now at half-time. We deserve this as well. I don't think there's any doubt about that. 1-0 would have flattered Aston Villa if it had stayed 1-0 at half-time. So yeah, fully deserved 2-0 lead. We are going to restart the game, but I don't think we're not going to play any longer, are we? As soon as we've restarted. In fact, there we go. It is half-time. Straight after the restart there. We did play 51 minutes in that half, actually, which was a lot of drama. Good performance from Arsenal. Let's not lose track of that. Nigel says that Emi Martinez in tears when he almost was in tears, wasn't he? Good save initially from him, to be fair. Kevin says, don't believe it. Had a free bet from Bookie on the line, 4-1 Arsenal to score a penalty. Well, he wouldn't have counted with it because it wasn't a penalty we scored. It was a rebound, so you wouldn't have won anyway. So don't worry about that. Rich Andrew says there 2-0 to the Arsenal. Indeed it was. Kevin says only £20, but prefer it in my pocket than Bookies. Yeah, but you wouldn't have counted as a penalty, would it? Because it was a rebound, so you wouldn't have won. So you better off keeping the £4 in your pocket. Derek says good game. It has been a good game from Arsenal. Yeah, I mean we're 2-0 up. We could easily be 4 or 5-0 up, couldn't we? And we needed that second goal as well. I think that's a really big moment. But General says it's not like penalties where they would stay the save. And Nigel says there, I was sceptical about VAR in the beginning, but it definitely adds a layer of drama to the game. Well, it certainly added a layer of drama to that first half, didn't it? Derek says there, Sambi is the boss. He did get a silly yellow card, though, didn't he? But he's played well in that first half. They've all played well, actually. We wanted a reaction, didn't we, from Monday night's performance, and we've certainly got one there, haven't we? Really good performance that was from Arsenal from start to finish in that first half. Dominated the game right from the word go. It took us a while to get the goal. We had a couple of chances, didn't we? Partey at the crossbar when he maybe could have scored, and then he did get his first goal finally. It was a corner from the far side, Arsenal's left from Smith Rowe. Partey made a good run actually to the near post, got a header in across goalkeeper Martinez, who will feel he should have saved that, but it doesn't matter. It was 1-0, fully deserved. Saka should have made it 2-0 not long after with a counter-attack. Tavares got clear down the left-hand side. He's been great in this first half. Nuno Tavares actually, he played a brilliant ball across the penalty area to Saka. Should have scored. Lacked a bit of composure. Martinez has already gone down, and he made it, enabled him to save with his legs. And then we didn't really create too much after that. We had a lot of the ball again, but finally we got that second goal. A little bit of drama at the end of that first half. It was initially wasn't given as a foul when Lacazette and Matt Targett there. Targett kind of went through the back of Lacazette a little bit. He may well have got something on the ball, and it wasn't given as a penalty. VAR told Craig Paulson to go and look at the screen, which he did, and then he gave the penalty. And even then, it wasn't quite the end of the drama, was it? Martinez did save Aubameyang's penalty initially, but in the end, Aubameyang followed up with a rebound and put it in. It is 2-0. Fully deserved to be 2-0 as well. And that was a good first half. I really enjoyed that. Derek said their Partey is a machine. I hope he continues and stays fit. He's done well. He's certainly been more of a goal threat tonight, hasn't he? Regina says he might be subbed because of the yellow, as the ref will be looking to send players off. Yeah, that was a silly yellow to get as well, wasn't it, from Sambi? That I didn't really, a little bit silly. Inexperience maybe showed there. And James, how you doing, James? Thanks for tuning in. He says, evening, mate. This is going better than expected, isn't it? It certainly is going a lot better than we expected. But we were hoping, wasn't we, for a response from Monday night, which is all we really hoped for. And you have to say that we've certainly had that response, haven't we? It's been a brilliant performance from Arsenal. We haven't let up as we did the other night after going ahead. And let's hope that we've got that second goal now. Should settle us down for this second half, and hopefully we can come out and finish the job off because, even 2-0, if Villa get the next goal, it's going to be a bit nervy again, isn't it? So we certainly deserve this lead, and let's hope that we can, finish this job because we certainly have played a lot better tonight. Villa haven't been in it, have they? I'd expect a reaction from Villa though in the second half, maybe one or two changes. It hasn't worked from at all, has it? Their formation hasn't really worked. They've not got going. We've played well, which has contributed to that, it has to be said. Nigel says they're taking 3 points off this Birmingham lot will be so sweet. It will. We haven't beaten for a long time, and it will increase our lead over them to 4 points as well. James says they're Partey to score any time and us to win 2-1 was 80-1 on Sky a bit earlier. Knew I should have put a fiver on that. Well, you can't see Villa scoring at the minute, can you? So again, maybe the fiver's better in your pocket. Redemptor says Sambi may have saved it from scoring. Yeah, possibly, but there was a lot of players around him as well, wasn't there? I didn't think he needed to do that, and that yellow card may come back to cost him or cost us later on. Derek says it was silly from Sambi. I must say, I love the energy of the boys on the field. Yes, exactly. That's what we have shown, haven't we? Real big energy, and we've shown it for 45 minutes there, and that's probably as good a first half as we've played certainly since Tottenham, and it's probably up there with the Tottenham first half as well, isn't it? We didn't quite get as many goals, but we could have scored more because we certainly had the opportunity. Saka should have scored. Partey at the crossbar. We had a goal disallowed very early on as well, and we have got the 2 goals. So yeah, you have to say that we fully deserved this, haven't we? But Villa have been all over the place at the back, it has to be said, and we haven't quite punished them enough as we could have done. But we have to be happy with 2-0 at this point in the game. They're just showing Partey's effort to hit the bar, which he should have scored. Really, I mean, it maybe came to him quite quickly. He had to react quickly, which he did. And he's put it off the crossbar, but I say it wasn't long until he got that first goal. Wasn't quite a spectacular goal of a John Jensen, was it? All those years ago, if you remember, his first and only goal actually was a great goal, wasn't it, in a game that we lost against QPR. But that was a good header. It was a good header from Thomas Partey in the near post. He got in between the 2 defenders and then just managed to head it down and across Martinez into that far corner. And that was after 22 minutes. 22 minutes of Arsenal dominance, it has to be said. But I say there was that late drama at the end of the first half there, real drama, and it did go our way as well. Rajendra there in the chat says previously we have not challenged as well as this, as refs would give them fouls against. No, I mean we've dominated, haven't we? Let's be honest, we really have. Every aspect of this game we've been better than Aston Villa, and it is nice to see. It is really nice to see. And I say we just need the second half now, don't we? Because the second half against Tottenham we dropped off, and we almost let them back in it, didn't we? And we had a 3-goal lead then. If we drop off in this game, I think Aston Villa will make some adjustments, and you never know, the next goal could be quite important. Rajendra says we have learned from the Crystal Palace game. Well, so far we have, but we were 1-0 up at half time against Palace as well, wasn't we? And in the end, we managed to concede 2 in the second half. So let's hope we don't. Let's hope we have learned from Crystal Palace completely, and we do finish the game off. Derek says there, Richard, I must say, since those 3 defeats at the beginning of the season, we have started to show some consistency in some areas, like energy and team selection. Well, obviously, we're playing a lot better than we were in those first 3 games. But even though we've been unbeaten for the last 5 games at the moment, 5.5 games, we haven't played as well as this or against Tottenham as we did against Tottenham very often, have we? This is where I want to see the consistency. It's no good having a poor game against Palace and then playing well tonight. We needed to play well in both of those games. That's the consistency that we need, especially at home. And we haven't shown it enough. But this is a lot better. And hopefully now, after this, if we can hold on and win this game and maybe get a few more goals, we can push on and we can really start getting those more consistent performances. We've muddled through a few of these games, haven't we, since those opening 3. We have muddled through a little bit. But this is better tonight. But then we said that against Tottenham, didn't we? So let's see. Let's not get carried away. We played well in that first half, very well. But we need to produce 2, 3, 4 good performances in a row before we can really start to think that we've definitely turned a corner and we're heading in the right direction again. Nigel says they'll win this and we're a point off 4th with many sides above us playing each other. Yeah, it's an interesting weekend, isn't it? Let's see where we are. Let's not get carried away because we have been, the performances, as I said, have been a little bit hit and miss, but we look like we could end up being unbeaten in 6 games now, which is a good run in the Premier League. 4 wins and 2 draws will be a good result. But let's not get carried away yet. Let's slow down. We've still got second half to come yet. And I say we did concede 2 in the second half the other night against a Crystal Palace team who are probably not as good as this Villa team overall. So it's certainly not done yet, that's for certain. Rajendra says there, it's the challenges that normally used to be given as fouls were not given against Palace when the challenges were iffy. Yeah, we seem to have a little bit more gone in our favour tonight. You have to say, I thought the other night against Crystal Palace, none of those decisions went our way, did they? And they seem to have gone our way a little bit more tonight. But then look at the referee, the difference in the referee. We had Mike Dean the other night and we've got Craig Paulson. Would Mike Dean have gone to the screen and overturned that decision on Monday? Would he have done that? We know the answer to that. He definitely would have done that, would he? So, it's good that finally we've got something go our way. But Aston Villa don't look very happy. Dean Smith didn't look very happy. And yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? Poor old Aston Villa. But anyway, let's not worry about them. We are playing well. We're 2-0 up, and life is briefly good for Arsenal. But we'll see what happens in the second half. Rajendra again says there, the fouls by Palace, which led to goals against us. Well, yeah, I think one of them was possibly a foul, the second goal. But, it was still poor defending after that, wasn't it? So let's not, I don't like to totally blame that on the result. We didn't play well enough on Monday to win that game. And so far tonight, we are playing well enough to win this game. We're probably playing well enough to win 2 or 3 games, actually. But let's hope that, I say the second half, it's a big second half this from Arsenal. We need to see this game out and make sure that we do win after that great first half performance. But let's see what Villa are going to offer in the second half. Rajendra says there also the VAR ref used to be. Is it Oliver? Is it tonight? Is it Michael Oliver? But anyway, the good news was VAR told Craig Paulson to check the screen for that penalty. He did check the screen, and very rarely they overturned it. He's overturned his own decision. Refs don't often do that, do they? So fair play to him for that, actually. So good refereeing. And as Nigel said before, VAR can work. And it worked in our favour. And we've got the second goal that we deserve. We deserve that goal, regardless of whether it was a penalty or not, regardless of if you want to debate that. that's fine. I'm happy to debate the penalty decision with anybody, but ultimately we deserve to be 2-0 up in that first half, at least, don't we, with the way that we've played. So I don't think that can be disputed. But it's finishing the job now, isn't it? You know, the other night we couldn't finish the job, and tonight we have to. Quite honestly, if we don't win this game now from this position, then there will be some serious questions will have to be asked. But let's just enjoy that first half, and let's hope for more of the same in the second half when we get going again. Of course, the second half was going to start a bit later because we ended up playing 52, 53 minutes in the end. There was only supposed to be 2 minutes stoppage time, and in the end we played 7 or 8 minutes, but that was because of the VAR check. So it was worth it from our point of view, wasn't it? Regenda says not the same VAR. Now they often don't have the same ones, do they? 2 games running. So yeah, that's something that we'll that you have to remember. They never have the same VAR rest, do they? Nigel there says, who can we bring off the bench to consolidate this position? Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? I mean, El Neni, you can look at and think, would he bring him on to maybe shore up the midfield later on, or maybe not even that later on, knowing Arteta. Erdegaard, maybe to try to keep possession of the ball. Maitland-Niles is another one you can bring on who can, do a sort of a more solid defensive job in there, can't he? And of course, if we did need a goal threat, we've got Martinelli and Pepe possibly to run at their tiring defence later on if we need to. So we've got options on the bench. I mean, some of them aren't the greatest options, but we need good game management in the second half as much as anything. You know, we don't need to fly forward. You know, Tavares maybe needs to reel in a little bit in the second half. He doesn't need to keep bombing on, does he? Because we don't need to score more goals. It'd be nice if we did. But the most important thing is that we manage the game well in the second half. We finish the job off and get the 3 points. And if it means we win 2-0, then we win 2-0. And that's great. But the most important thing is we don't give Villa a sniff. You know, we keep it tight, especially that first 10, 15 minutes of this second half now. We keep it tight. And yeah, the next goal, if there is going to be another goal in this game, the next goal is going to be important, isn't it? Because if Villa get one back, who knows? You know, the other night will still be fresh in our minds. And of course, if you remember, Villa on the end of a 2-0 lead and they lost 3-2, didn't they, last weekend? So, you know, they'll be wanting to put that right as well. So, you know, it's certainly not over yet, is it? The teams are coming out for the second half. It looks like there may be a change. It's probably going to be Aston Villa. It is Bailey's coming on, the danger man. We mentioned him last night. If you didn't watch the show with me and Froggy, the Villa fan, he is coming on. He's going to get 45 minutes. Well, you say he's going to get 45 minutes. He came on against Everton, played half an hour, had to go off again because he got injured. But he is back, and he will be replacing Twanzebe. So a change of shape for Aston Villa. They're going to go 4-4-2 possibly, or maybe 4-3-3. May well be what they do. But we'll see how that works out for them. But General says Ainsley and El Nini, yeah, we mentioned them. They could come on and Pepe and Laka, as Laka has been fouled a bit. Yeah, I mean, Laka's done well. He has been fouled a lot, but he's won us the penalty. He's won us a few good free kicks. We are just about to get up and underway for this second half. Then Villa kick off, attacking the goal to our right, the clock end, which is the corner of the ground where their fans are. They've had a decent record at the Emirates, I say, over the years. They've won 4 and drawn 2 of the 12 Premier League visits here. We've only won 6. But we're in a really strong position in this game following a really good first half performance. But Aston Villa have changed their shape, changed their personnel as well. Bailey has come on, their new signing, who made a big impact on his Premier League debut against Everton. When was that? In September, wasn't it? And he helped Aston Villa win that game. So, yeah, we'll see exactly what difference that makes to this game and to Aston Villa. Tyrone Mings is complaining again about a possible throw decision, which has gone to Arsenal over on that far side. Arsenal's right. So Arsenal attacking the North Bank in the second half. Of course, the end where Lacazette scored that dramatic goal on Monday to get us a draw against Crystal Palace. And Arsenal coming forward again. Doesn't quite fall to Smith Rowe. So we're going to get a wide. Bailey's got his first chance, his first touch of the ball there. Looks like he's playing over on his left-hand side. So he's going to be running at Tomiyasu. He's got a lot of pace, Bailey. Tomiyasu's going to have to be switched on in his second half to keep him at bay. Aston Villa have started now. So they've gone forward at the back, and now they've got an opportunity here in behind down the far side. Can Aston Villa get a goal back early in the second half? Cross comes in, good save from Martinez. It's gone behind for a corner, but straight away Aston Villa have threatened a lot more in the second half than they did in the whole of that first half. That was a good break actually down the far side. Ollie Watkins it was, I think. And he tried to, well, it was a shot actually. Danny Ings was in the centre. He tried a shot. It's a good save at the near post from Ramsdale, but it's a corner to Aston Villa, only their second corner of the game over on that far side. This was the corner that Arsenal scored from the first goal. Comes in towards the 6-yard box. It's a header by Konsa. Arsenal don't really deal with it particularly well now. They do. It's cleared away. I think that was Ben White with a clearance in the end, but Aston Villa still keep possession now with Buendia. He didn't have much influence in that first half. That's a poor ball actually, which Tomiyasu is going to come forward now. Steaming forward for Arsenal down that far side. Arsenal's right. He finds Lokonga there. Lacazette was he fouled? Referee says no, and Villa can now try and launch a counter attack. They've certainly come out for this second half looking a lot more on the front foot than they did in that first half. They've won the ball back again. So Ollie Watkins down that far side, the left hand side for Aston Villa again. He gets past Tomiyasu. Can he get across in this interval? The near post. Danny Ings has gone down, looking for a penalty. Referee's not interested now. Arsenal can maybe break away with Lacazette. I don't know if the VAR are going to look at that one as well. We shall see. But anyway, Aubameyang now down his near side for Arsenal, left hand side. He's got some space just inside the penalty area now. Drills the ball across the 6-yard box. It comes out to the edge of the box to Lacazette. Oh, he went to shoot and then he was held up. But now Lokonga, can he get a shot away? He can, but it goes wide, deflected. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal. And there's not even going to be a VAR check for this potential penalty. Let's have a look. Lacazette, it was Danny Ings. It was Gabriel behind him. No, Danny Ings, it just fell over. That was, should be booked for diving, Danny Ings, yeah. No, no, that's not a penalty, that. Even if it had gone to VAR, they wouldn't give it. Danny Ings is still shaking his head as Aston Villa have to defend this Arsenal corner, which Emil Smith-Rowe is going to take from this near side. It's going to be an in-swinger with his right foot towards the 6-yard box, but it's headed out by Aston Villa, but not very far, only to Bukayo Saka, just on the edge of the penalty over on the far side. Throws a shot of his left foot, but it's high and wide. Certainly been an open start to this second half, hasn't it? Villa have had a couple of opportunities of Ollie Watkins and Danny Ings there claiming a penalty, which it wasn't. And then Arsenal then on the breakaway there had an opportunity themselves to get a third goal. So I think the next goal in this game now is looking even more important, isn't it? Because Aston Villa have certainly started a lot more on the front foot in the second half. They made a change to their formation as well. They've gone 4 at the back, got Bailey on, and it's now like a 4-3-3 for Aston Villa as they look to try to find a way back into this game. So we'll see how that works out. But Arsenal have won the ball back, but Lacazette's just lost out actually. And now Villa are coming forward again. They are looking a lot more dangerous here. Now we've got Matty Cash on this near side. He's got Bailey outside him. Cash crosses over to the far post. Nobody's there. And Tomiyasu should clear it away. That's a good take that from McGinn actually. He's done well, McGinn. Whips the ball in towards the penalty area. It got deflected and Nuno Tavares heads it away. But Buendia now on the edge of the penalty area for Villa. They're certainly coming forward again. Buendia's got a little bit of space. Can he put it back? He can to the near post of Danny Ings. A good block actually from Ben White. But McGinn going to try a shot from the edge of the box. McGinn, it's deflected by Gabriel. It's going to be a corner to Villa. They've certainly come out firing at the start of the second half, Aston Villa. Whether it's a sense of injustice from that penalty. Danny Ings shot there was well blocked by Ben White. Gabriel was behind him as well. Good defending that was from Arsenal. But Villa have taken this corner over on the far side. They're still in the attack. The ball comes across towards the far post. It's headed down by Bailey. But now Arsenal can launch a counter attack with Smith-Rowe. I think this is going to be a feature of this second half. Villa attacks and then Arsenal looking to counter on them. But we have won a throw on this near side. But it's been better from Villa this second half. There's no doubt about that. They're certainly going to ask us a lot more questions now. And it's just whether or not we've got the answers to those questions to hold on and seal this big 3 points for the club. Gabriel now has got the ball following that throw from Tavares. He finds Ben White. Arsenal just looking to slow it down a little bit now, following that rather hectic start to the second half. We played 6 minutes already. It's gone so quick. And it's been much better from Villa, but Arsenal now just looking to slow it down, pass it around at the back, keep a bit of possession, and hopefully suck Villa in and try and get a third goal. Gabriel now plays it square to Ben White, still inside the Arsenal half. Ben White strides forward, plays it to Tomiyasu on the far side. Now it goes into the Villa half. That's a good turn from Lacazette, looking for Aubameyang. It was just slightly behind him. Matty Cash came across, and now Villa can launch a counter attack. That's a good dummy. Now Villa coming forward again with Buendia. Was he fouled? Referee says no, but Buendia keeps the ball anyway. Plays it in towards Matty Cash. Good play that from Smith Rowe. Cut that out, and now Arsenal can regain possession again. Gabriel to Thomas Partey, trying to take control of that midfield. Thomas Partey now. Lokonga striding forward. This is a good run from Sambi Lokonga. That's a good ball to Bukayo Saka. This is a chance for a third goal. Oh, good tackle that was there. I think that was Matt Target there on Bukayo Saka. I think he was going to square it across the box there, but a good tackle from Target. But Arsenal regain possession again with Lokonga. Lokonga's coming forward again. Lokonga with a shot, but it's an easy save from Martinez. Good couple of moments there from Lokonga, actually. Good runs forward from midfield. He's done well. He's done well in this game, Sambi Lokonga. So strength there, but unfortunately the shot lacked any pace, and Martinez was able to save it down to his right-hand side. But now, mistake at the back from Tavares. Bailey took the ball off him, but the referee has already blown his whistle. I'm not quite sure what that was for. Was it a foul on Thomas Partey in the build-up to that? But that was almost an opportunity. Lacazette is now going over to the touchline to get some instructions from Arteta and get a drink as well. So let's see is Arteta going to make any adjustments to counter the fast start that Villa have made to this second half. We have got a free kick now deep inside our half, which Sambi Lokonga takes. Excuse me. Arsenal now have got possession again. That's always a poor ball actually from Thomas Partey. Caught Smith Rowe on the back foot, and it's gone out for a throw on this near side to Aston Villa, who have been a lot better in the second half. Their change of shapes obviously worked. And they've had a couple of opportunities already, which they didn't have any in the first half at all. So it just goes to show that we've still got a lot of work to do if we're going to get these 3 points. Now, Bailey, the substitute, has come on, but that's a poor ball. Tomiyasu picks that up. Looking to come forward again for Arsenal. Finds Bukayo Saka, and he goes back to Aaron Ramsdale. Put under a bit of pressure there from Danny Ings, who's certainly getting further forward in the second half. He was quite deep in that first half. Is it a foul? Free kick to Arsenal. Another foul on Lacazette. No. Referee Craig Paulson says play on. Aubameyang now is underneath that long ball, but Konsa does well, and Villa now can try to launch an attack of their own. Intricate play in midfield, but again Arsenal won the ball. That was Lokonga that time. Ball played through towards Saka, but it wasn't a very accurate ball. It's gone all the way through to Emi Martinez. And Villa now coming forward down that far side with Ollie Watkins, who's had a good start to the second half, actually. He didn't have a lot of influence in that first half, but he certainly got a lot more of the ball in the second half. That was McGinn there, but the ball was cut out again by Smith Rowe. That's a good ball. Lovely touch from Aubameyang. Put Smith Rowe in now. Smith Rowe's got a bit of space getting towards the penalty area. Can he finish this off? Smith Rowe with a shot. It's deflected. It's in. It got deflected off Tyrone Mings. Smith Rowe gets the goal. It's 3-0, and that's game over, surely. The first goal in this second half was always going to be important. And it's Emile Smith Rowe there on the break. He started the move by breaking up the attack. A lovely little touch from Aubameyang. Sent Smith Rowe clear down that left-hand side. He got into the penalty area. Yeah, the finish was a little bit scruffy, if we're honest. It took a deflection off Tyrone Mings, but it is 3-0. Lovely touch. Was that Lacazette actually with that touch, or was it Aubameyang? I think it was Aubameyang. Smith Rowe then into the penalty area. And yeah, the deflection from Tyrone Mings took it past Emi Martinez. Mings came across. Oh, I think Martinez would have saved that actually if it wasn't for the deflection. But it doesn't matter. It is 3-0. Slightly fortunate, winning off the inside of the post as well. It's Smith Rowe's goal. He will claim it, and rightly so as well. Another goal this season for Smith Rowe. We were saying that him and Saka don't score enough, but another goal for Smith Rowe. Of course, he did score against Tottenham, didn't he, recently? A good goal that was for Smith Rowe. Kevin says, yes, Smith Rowe deserves that. He does. He's had a good game. He did start that move as well, and he finished it off a little bit fortunate with a deflection, but who cares? Majandra says, Arteta wants more goals. Yeah, we need more goals. We've not been scoring enough this season, but we've got 3 now. Nigel says, I love the Smith. But yeah, we all love the Smith. Tavares loved the Smith as well, doesn't he? And Kevin says that big clubs will be sniffing around him soon. Well, I mean, possibly, but he's, why would anybody want to leave Arsenal when we're playing this sort of football? We just need to show that consistency we spoke about earlier. But this has been a good night for Arsenal. 57 minutes played. Arsenal 3, Aston Villa 0. Gareth Southgate's in the crowd. I'm sure Smith Rowe would have caught his eye with his performance tonight. Will he get a call up to the next England squad? That could be a big moment in his career as well, couldn't it, for Emile Smith Rowe? He's played well. He scored for the England under-21s, didn't he, in the last international break? Tavares now down his left-hand side trying to get past Matt Target, but he cut past Matty Cash, which has gone out for a throw to Aston Villa. That goal, I think that's probably sealed it for Arsenal now. Villa started the second half on the front foot, caused us a few problems. Had 1 or 2 chances, but we weathered that storm. Lovely counter-attacking goal. Makes it 3-0, and now we can maybe relax a little bit. Majanda says they're 3-0, 3-0, 3-0 to the Arsenal. Yeah, indeed. I'll have to get some more of them little chants, won't I? I've only got 1-0, that's it. No one really sings anything else today. That's the problem, so I can't get any chants done. But anyway, we will see what I can do about that as we go. It's not we go 3-0 up though, is it, to be fair? So it's not like I'll be using them very often, probably anyway. But we'll use it. We'll keep using the 1-0 one while we can. Anyway, Villa coming forward now down the far side with Ollie Watkins. Is he going to get a shot away? He does. It's blocked again by Ben White, who's made a couple of good blocks early in the second half, actually, for Arsenal. He's had a good game, Ben White, tonight. I've been a bit critical of him because I don't think he's quite settled yet, but he certainly had a good game tonight so far. He's looked good on the ball, and he's made a few good blocks and tackles as well. Martinez has currently got the ball at his feet. Rajendra says ESR does score and it's his goal if it was on time. No, it's his goal, definitely. Yeah, it's not an own goal. It just, I think the deflection, I think Martinez saves it without the deflection. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It did get deflected. It's gone in. And it's another thing that's maybe gone our way tonight that maybe hasn't gone our way or didn't go our way on Monday. But I was kind of forward again looking for more goals here. Aubameyang looking for Lacazette. The ball ricochets off an Aston Villa defender, and now it's gone back to Emi Martinez, who plays it first time to Matty Cash on this near side. He's forced backwards to Konsa. I think the 4 at the back has suited Villa a little bit more, but they had a lot of work to do at 2-0 down, didn't they? And now it's become even more difficult for them with that third goal from Smith Rowe, his second goal of the season. And a great counter-attacking goal it was as well. That was a foul. Surely that's a foul. Surely that'll be a booking for Matt Target. Maybe a little bit fortunate there not to have got a yellow card for giving away the penalty. But anyway, you're going to get a yellow card now, Matt Target. And I think Lacazette was making that point to the referee. There was a foul on Saka there. There's no doubt about that one, even if there was a little bit of doubt about the penalty, perhaps. Nigel says that you should have done a watch along with Froggy. I think he would have switched off by now, unfortunately. You can't really blame him because it has been poor from Villa overall. But Daniel says, Arteta still want more goals. No, I'm sure he does. We all want more goals. But the important thing is to manage this game well now, this last half an hour. We don't need to take any silly risks. We just want to keep a nice clean sheet, get the 3 points, and look ahead to the weekend and put the pressure on a few other teams. Aubameyang now, maybe we will get another goal. Aubameyang's shot was blocked at the edge of the box. It comes now to Tavares on this near side. Oh, he does well there. Fakes across, goes into the penalty area, gets it back from Saka. Tavares again bursting into the box. And Villa don't really deal with it particularly well. They certainly haven't defended well at all in this game, Aston Villa. But now they've got a breakaway chance here now. This is Bailey, the danger man. Got 2 Arsenal defenders around him. He's forced back. Gabriel does really well there, actually. Takes charge of that situation, and he has conceded a throw just about on halfway. It was good play that initially from Bailey. but he was crowded out by a combination of Partey and Lokonga, and it was Partey who won the ball. Good defender. Oh, no, there was a chance for Villa. Good save from Ramsdale. That was Buendia there with the opportunity. Arsenal switched off at the back. Again, it was a clear run through there by Buendia. Nobody tracked him. He got a good first touch. And again, a bit like the Saka chance in that first half, that he maybe should score there, Buendia. But this is a good save from Ramsdale, actually, with his left foot. Puts it out for a corner. Good save from Ramsdale. What a signing he's proved to be, Aaron Ramsdale. What a great goalkeeper. That corner is ended out by Tomiyasu, but we don't really clear. It's Buendia again on the edge of the box. But that's not a very good cross, and Ramsdale comfortably catches that. He's been the standout player for me out of the signings that we made this summer. He's certainly been the one that stood out for me. I think he's been brilliant, Aaron Ramsdale. And he made another great save there. He's making saves every game, isn't he? Important saves as well. That one there was a big save because a goal there for Villa. There's still just under half an hour to play. You never know. But a great save that was. And that's certainly been Villa's best chance. Ramsdale, of course, did make a good save, didn't he, early on in this second half as well. So, yeah, a couple of good saves from him. Gabriel's now gone down following a foul from Danny Ings, who's looking at the moment. He's maybe not scored as many goals yet for Villa as perhaps we expected him to. I think he's only got 2 as he this season in the Premier League. Maybe would have expected 1 or 2 more from him. But I say, as Froggy said last night on the show, they're not creating many chances, Villa, but they've had a couple at the start of this second half. But Ramsdale has proved to be a barrier too far for them up till now anyway. Tomiyasu now on the far side for Arsenal. Caught a little bit there. He's got nowhere to go, so instead he just goes long up the line, and Villa pick up possession again. Vijay there says Pepe for Saka. Maybe not quite yet. Nigel says, is it now a foregone conclusion that Leno will be gone in the summer? Yeah, he may be gone in January, mightn't he? But of course, if he does go, we would need another second choice goalkeeper, really, wouldn't we? Because we don't have anybody ready to step in. You know, some of the younger goalkeepers we've got, I'm not quite sure ready yet. So we would need to get another goalkeeper in, possibly on loan, like we did last year, maybe if Leno does leave. But yeah, he's clearly got no future at the club anymore, is he? Ramsdale's very much number 1 and fully deserved as well. He's been brilliant, as I said. But Villa now are coming forward themselves now with Konsa. Is Ramsdale going to be called into action again following that decent save he just made from Buendia, which would have given Aston Villa possibly a way back, or they would have felt as a way. But Matty Cash now coming forward. But again, Lokonga breaks it up on the edge of the box. Lokonga's been very good tonight for Arsenal, much better than he was on Monday. Partey as well now coming forward. Now Aubameyang, apart from his goal, he's not really done that much in this game. Now it's Lokonga on the far side, pulled it on their side, so he pulled it across the 6-yard box. It was Tyrone Mings there, scrambled it clear, but Arsenal picked up possession again. Again, it was Lokonga there with a run, got down that left-hand side. It's perhaps a little bit of a wide angle for a shot. Instead, he did try to drill it across the 6-yard box, but there was no Arsenal player attacking it, and Villa managed to clear it away. But Arsenal picked up possession again. Gabriel now tries to play it to this near side to Smith Rowe, which he does. Tavares has gone steaming ahead of him, as he's done much of this night. Even now, when we don't need a goal, he's still steaming forward, Tavares. He's such an exciting player, and he's played well tonight, Tavares. I say everybody's played well so far. Which is good. Ben White now's on the ball. He's had a decent game as well. Finds Tomiyasu. That's a good ball into Lacazette. He's got Aubameyang with him. Aubameyang tries to play it back to Lacazette inside the penalty area. He maybe tried to turn and play it to Saka when perhaps a shot would have been a better option for Lacazette there. Aubameyang there tries to win the ball back, but instead he's committed a foul. He's going to pick up a yellow card. Aubameyang. Lacazette looks like he's got a little bit of cramp as well. Not played a lot of football, has he, recently? And he's worked his socks off tonight for Arsenal up there. Hasn't managed to get a goal, but he certainly had a big part in the second goal, didn't he, by winning that penalty. And he's now down with, looks like some cramp, possibly to his calves. And if that's the case, his race might have been run. He maybe should have shot there, actually. The ball played into him, into Aubameyang. Aubameyang could have maybe shot. Instead, he played it back to Lacazette, who tried to thread it through to Saka. He's in fact signalling to go off just before that, Lacazette. He clearly knows that something's gone, and possibly a cramp. He is down, and I think that might be Lacazette's race run. So will we see Martinelli maybe? Be good to give Martinelli a good 25 minutes, wouldn't it, in this game? But anyway, we'll see what the decision is. But Aubameyang did get a yellow card for that foul just following that Lacazette injury. If it's going to be Odegaard coming on, so I'm assuming Aubameyang is going to go through the middle, and possibly Smith Rowe come to this left-hand side, which he's sort of been playing on that left-hand side of it anyway. And it is going to be Odegaard coming on for Lacazette, who's looks like it's a cramp. I say he's not played that much, and he did give everything in that game. A brilliant performance that was from Lacazette. Fully justified his inclusion in the side. His first start in the Premier League. Is it his first start this season? I think it is, isn't it? He did score, of course, against the Wimbledon in the Carabao Cup earlier on in the season, but that was his first. Buendia has now gone off for Aston Villa. Does not very happy. Refused a tracksuit top and had a few words to say there. And it's Jacob Ramsey that's come on for Aston Villa. That's their second substitution of the night. Lacazette is now sitting next to Rob Holding on the bench. Nigel says there, Lacazette put in a fantastic shift. Yeah, he did. He was magnificent tonight, wasn't he? The work rate he put in. Just a shame he couldn't get himself another goal because he probably deserved one tonight. But anyway, he certainly contributed well to the performance. But Aston Villa have now got a throw on his near side. Of course, the long throw specialist, Matty Cash. I remember him having a good game for Nottingham Forest against us in the FA Cup a few years ago when Forest beat us, if you remember that game 4-2. Arsene Wenger's last FA Cup game in charge, actually. A long throw there does come in from Matty Cash. It's flicked on, but Ramsdale's going to pick this loose ball up. And again, an Aston Villa attack comes to nothing. 22 minutes still to play in this game. Arsenal 3, Aston Villa 0. And it's been a very, very good performance from Arsenal. Definitely put Monday night's disappointment behind us. And 3 goals as well, which is nice because goal scoring has been a bit of a problem. That's 5 goals now in the last 2 games, which makes certainly a goal scored column look a little bit more healthy at this point in the season. It's still nowhere near we want it to be, but it's getting there, isn't it? Now Arsenal coming forward again. Smith Rowe tries to thread it through for Aubameyang, who is now playing in the centre forward position following Lacazette's departure. Majano says maybe Pepe for Lacazette. Lacazette's gone off now, hasn't he? Lacazzette's gone off for Odegaard. Not sure Pepe's going to come on at 3-0, but you never know. I would imagine he'd be more likely to try to shut up shop a little bit more in the final sort of 20 minutes or so. Then maybe try to get Pepe on and get another goal. But we'll see. Gabriel now coming forward. Sorry, Ben White coming forward for Arsenal. But we lose the ball actually there. A little bit sloppy that. Actually, it was Gabriel, sorry. The stream's a bit of a strange picture. I can't always make the players out very, very clearly. But anyway, Aston Villa are now in possession on this near side. This is Matty Cash wearing number 2 for Aston Villa. Now it's Bailey cutting inside from the left-hand side on the right-hand side, for Aston Villa now. So Jacob Ramsey's first opportunity, almost a 1-2 there. Thomas Partey blocked the return pass, looking back for Jacob Ramsey. But Arsenal giving the ball away there for Bailey inside the box. Bailey's shot, but it's a comfortable save again for Ramsdale. There's no doubt that Bailey's made a difference for Aston Villa. I don't know exactly how fit he is, but Lokonga there got caught in possession again, as he did, of course, the other night for a goal that Palace scored. But this time, the shot from Bailey was straight at Aaron Ramsdale. A good save again from the Arsenal goalkeeper. Now Arsenal trying to play out from the back at 3-0 up, causing a few problems maybe for ourselves. The general says Martinelli for Uber and Ainsley for Sambi. Yeah, maybe they could be options, couldn't they? But we're coming forward again down that far side with Tomiyasu, who plays it in to Odegaard, who's just come on, finds Smith Rowe. He now finds Aubameyang on the left-hand side. Tavares again goes around the outside. Aubameyang was shot. Good save from Martinez, pushes it out. He's done all right, Martinez, tonight. And he did deny Aubameyang there, as he did from the penalty spot earlier, although Aubameyang did score a rebound. Thomas Partey now, Arsenal still in possession, just outside the Aston Villa half. Odegaard gets the ball back again. Odegaard, of course, didn't have a great game, did he, on Monday? That's a long ball over to this near side to Tavares. He's well forward again. Been so impressed with him. He runs again at the Aston Villa defence, gets to the byline, puts a cross back towards the far post. It comes to Erdegaard, chips it back in again. But Jacob Ramsey concedes a corner. Again, that was Tavares. What a game he's had. Absolutely fantastic performance, that is. Mark's in the chat. How you doing, Mark? Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're well. Much better performance tonight, isn't it? Hope you're enjoying it. But this was that Tavares there again. Absolutely brilliant. This was just the shot before from Aubameyang, which was well saved from Martinez, pushed out away and out. It's been all Arsenal pressure again now since the substitutions. Actually, we've really turned the screw. It is a corner again over on that far side to Arsenal. Let's see if we can get a fourth goal, which would be great, wouldn't it? 18 minutes to play. Corner comes in towards the near post. It's flicked on again, but it's just too high. Again, it was Thomas Partey winning that header. Could have had a couple of goals tonight, couldn't he, Thomas Partey? But he's going to be another substitution for Arsenal. He's going to be Ainsley coming on, and he will be replacing Lokonga in midfield. Good performance from Lokonga tonight. Maybe tired a little bit towards the last few minutes, but decent performance from him tonight, Lokonga. He's done well. That'll do his confidence a world of good, actually. He's had a couple of poor performances. It's Ainsley that's come on. Ainsley, Maitland-Niles getting another run in the team back in midfield. And Sammy's getting some congratulations from the bench as he goes to sit down. Good performance from him, as I say. Looked a lot better tonight than in recent games. But Villa now trying to come forward themselves. But Bukayo Saka just won the ball back for Arsenal. Another counter-attack possibly. He's got Erdegaard steaming out the outside of him. He finds Erdegaard. Oh, it's good defending that time from Tyrone Mings. Read that well, actually. And now, excuse me, Aston Villa can bring the ball forward themselves through the midfield. Douglas Luiz plays the ball across there. But again, Ben White read it well. Cut that out. Good play again from Ben White. And Arsenal now, every time we get the ball, we're looking a lot more positive tonight, a lot more dangerous on the front foot, which is great to see. Tavares again steaming forward now on his left-hand side. He's very central now. He's going to try and get a shot away. It's back into the penalty towards Aubameyang, but Martinez is out. Again, exciting stuff from Tavares, driving us forward. Kevin says end-to-end stuff now. It is, yeah. I mean, it's a counter-attacking game now, isn't it? Which is good to watch. This time it's Villa coming forward again. Ollie Watkins over on that far side. Puts a cross in. Again, it's a good header away. That was from Gabriel that time. Now Erdegaard picks it up for Arsenal, finds at Smith Rowe. They do look quite similar, those two. Smith Rowe then finds Thomas Partey and Erdegaard again. Arsenal just slowing the pace down a bit following that hectic spell there of a flurry of attacks at both ends of the pitch. Gabriel now in possession. And Ben White gets it back from Gabriel. So Arsenal just looking to slow it down, keep possession, and now maybe try to come forward down that far side with Tomiyasu. He's played well tonight as well, actually. The ball comes back to Martin Erdegaard. And Arsenal just keeping possession without really doing too much with it in an attacking sense. But Tomiyasu loses out there. He tried to turn into trouble. And now Bailey in a very central position has got the ball again for Villa. He has certainly made a difference since he came on. But Arsenal have kept him reasonably quiet, which is good to see. And Arsenal now just retreating a little bit. We've got everyone behind the ball. We're into the last 15 minutes of normal time. It's been a very good night for Arsenal. Certainly a much better night than we had on Monday, which was really disappointing. But now Bailey again on his near side for Aston Villa. He's got Tavares in front of him. Tavares is trying to force him inside, which he does. That's a good cross, actually, but a good header away from Tomiyasu, who read it well. Saka more up than out. Erdegaard tries to complete the clearance. A couple of headers there, but we haven't really got it away. And now we've conceded a free kick. It's going to be a free kick to Aston Villa, midway inside the Arsenal half, quite central, this one. And we're going to have a little bit more defending to do here. Time is obviously massively against Aston Villa now. And we'll see what this free kick can bring. We don't really want Aston Villa to get a goal now. It's very similar to that Tottenham game if they did. It was about this kind of point in that game where Tottenham got a goal back and it led to a bit of a nervy finish, didn't it? And we don't really want to go through that again, do we, if we can? But anyway, it is a free kick now to Aston Villa. It's played short. It's flicked in by McGinn. It was a good ball actually to the far post, and Arsenal haven't really dealt with it. Ramsdale's punched it out, and it's given us a free kick anyway. There's another Arsenal player down. Ben White inside the 6-yard box for Arsenal. But that was a dangerous ball actually from McGinn. Ben White won the header, but he was pushed in the back by Tyrone Mings, and it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal, and there can't be any complaints about that. And then Ben White was pushed over there, and Ramsdale punched the ball clear, but it is a free kick to Arsenal. And I think Danny Ings is going off now for Aston Villa. Not been his night at all. He's not been in the game whatsoever, and it's El Ghazi coming on. And I think Bailey maybe moved to the centre, is he possibly, or maybe Ollie Watkins maybe moved to the centre, and El Ghazi coming out on this left-hand side. But we'll see. Yeah, that seems to be what's happened. Watkins through the middle, Bailey on the right, and El Ghazi on the left for Aston Villa for these final 13, 14 minutes that remain of this game. Arsenal in total control. Arsenal 3, Aston Villa 0. As you can see from the screen at the scroll at the bottom there. Also says we're on the road to 700 subscribers. So if you are new here and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so if you do enjoy the coverage that we give here of Arsenal and Arsenal women as well. So Friday evening is usually the Arsenal women's show, but no Arsenal women's game this week. And of course, this game would have taken priority on a Friday night anyway. So that's what the situation is. And there's no Arsenal women's game next weekend either. So next Friday, we won't have an Arsenal women's show either. We will the Friday after, looking ahead to the FA Cup semi-final against Brighton. Of course, the focus next week will be on Arsenal's game against Leicester. We'll get an opposition fan on from Leicester, probably one of the guys from Leicester Fan TV, quite possibly, as we look ahead to that game next weekend. Another big game for Arsenal, an important game as well, tough game, but we couldn't have done it any better, could we? Going into any better form. We'll be 6 unbeaten now, and this could end up being a very good victory. We've got a chance now for another goal. It's a free kick over on the far side, Arsenal's right, which Smith Rowe looks as though he's possibly going to take Ødegaard's over it as well. Is it going to be the right foot of Smith Rowe? No, it's the left foot of Ødegaard, but it's too close to Martinez. Comfortable save in the end from the Aston Villa goalkeeper, former Arsenal goalkeeper. I suppose we have to mention, because he's never talked about Arsenal since he left. So it's easy to forget that he ever played for us, really, but he did briefly for 10 years. But this is a good ball actually from Aston Villa, but it's just overrun. Actually, it's going to come through. It was looking for El Ghazi, who's not had a kick yet since he came on, and Martinez. Aaron Ramsdale, the Arsenal goalkeeper, the new Arsenal goalkeeper, was able to comfortably collect that ball. Smith Rowe now finds Tavares down his left-hand side. Again, he's driving forward. Finds Smith Rowe again. Smith Rowe pushed the ball on. It's going to come to Saka, is it? No, not quite. Aston Villa do manage to clear the ball away. Another dangerous attack. It was Jacob Ramsey there broke that attack up, and now Villa can come forward themselves. Is Bailey going to be able to keep this in on this near side? No, he isn't. And he's maybe hobbling a little bit there, the Aston Villa substitute. He lasted 27 minutes of his debut, and he's got over half an hour today so far. He's going to continue. But it is a throw to Arsenal on this near side with Nuno Tavares, who I've been really, really impressed with tonight, I have to say. He's not played a lot of football for Arsenal this season, has he, so far? But on the brief occasions he has played, he's looked good, and tonight he's been fantastic going forward. He's not been tested really that much defensively, and that's always the worry with him, isn't it? How good he is defending, but certainly going forward, his long stride, charging up that left wing is brilliant. So great to see, and he's had a great game. He's going to be tested a bit more defensively now, is he? But the ball's going to run through to Ramsdale, who ends up just kicking it out for a throw under pressure from Bailey. And he runs back into his goal, Aaron Ramsdale. He's had a good game tonight as well. Really good save he made, didn't he? A little while ago to keep it at 3-0. As Aston Villa were threatening a bit of a comeback, but we're into the last 10 minutes now. Surely it's too late for Bailey again. The shot comes in. Oh, Villa have pulled the goal back. It's Jacob Ramsey with the goal. A shot on the edge from the edge of the box there. Bailey made the run initially. The ball just ran away from Bailey a little bit, but Jacob Ramsey, the other substitute for Villa there, managed to finish that off. Bailey coming from that left-hand side, and it was Jacob Ramsey. Good finish in the top corner, actually. Ramsey had no chance with that. It is a goal, and good finish that was from Jacob Ramsey. Ramsey scoring at the Emirates. We've heard that a few times over the years, haven't we? But this is Jacob Ramsey for Aston Villa, who of course did score on this ground in a friendly, didn't he? A couple of years back. It is 3-1 though. And is it going to be a nervy last 10 minutes for Arsenal? Villa are attacking again. If they were to get a second goal now, I think we would maybe start to panic a little bit. Kevin says their party terrible challenge. Pulls out, needs to do better. Regenda says his belief is attack is the best form of defence. It's another long throw for Aston Villa coming in from Matty Cash though. We don't need Villa to get a second goal quite yet, do we? We certainly need to settle down again. It's given Villa a little bit of a lift, that goal. The long throw now from Matty Cash. It's right, it's a 6-yard box. Oh, that was a chance for Watkins, was it? Arsenal just didn't deal with that long throw at all. It bounced inside the 6-yard box. There was a lot of Arsenal defence playing statues there. Did Watkins get a touch to that? Or was it Ben White? It came off. It is going to be a corner, I think, to Aston Villa, is it? That was a big opportunity, that, for Aston Villa there. Arsenal defence fell asleep from that long throw. And it's actually a goal kick. And Watkins maybe should have scored, actually. And that would have made it very nervy, wouldn't it? That was quite fortunate, that, from Arsenal. A bit of a let-off there straight after the goal. Another opportunity for Villa. So Arsenal now looking to get back in possession of the ball. It's Ødegaard. The last thing we need is a second Aston Villa goal. Smith Rowe now fires Maitland-Niles. Haven't really mentioned him yet since he's come on. It's been a hectic spell in this game, actually. Maitland-Niles just giving the ball away. And Aston Villa can now break. And Maitland-Niles has given away a free kick. He might be lucky not to get a yellow card, actually. But I don't think he's going to get a card. He's going to be a free kick to Aston Villa. Douglas Luiz gets booked for throwing the ball away. I don't know quite what he's doing. He showed a bit of frustration there. Threw the ball back towards his goalkeeper. And he seems to be complaining, but you can't really do that. I think he was complaining because the referee made him take the throw from further back. And his frustration got the better of him. And he has picked up a yellow card, Douglas Luiz. And it's been a frustrating night for Aston Villa, but they have suddenly given themselves a little bit of hope in these last, 6 minutes that remain of this game, plus whatever stoppage time remains. Matty Cash now coming forward for Arsenal, for Villa, sorry. Ollie Watkins holds the ball up well there, keeps possession for Villa, and now Bailey, who did create that goal for the other substitute, Jacob Ramsey. It's a good goal from Villa. Now they come forward again. McGinn on the edge of the penalty area. Is that a foul on the edge of the box? Referee says it wasn't. There was a 50-50 challenge between Partey and McGinn. Aston Villa complained it was a free kick, but it wasn't given. It just looked like a 50-50 challenge. Just as McGinn looked like he was maybe going to burst into the box and try and get a shot away. Tavares again is steaming forward. He's certainly been exciting to watch, but he's left a massive gap in that left-back position now, which Bailey's running into. Gabriel's had to come across. He's done well initially, Gabriel, and then it's good tackle that was from Smith Rowe, and Arsenal can now bring the ball back. Tavares is now back in position. Villa again feeling as though things aren't going their way. Arsenal kick the ball out there. It's Bailey who's down. It was Smith Rowe's challenge. I think it was a fair challenge, if we're totally honest. And it's going to be a throw to Aston Villa, but we did kick the ball out for this injury to Bailey. But it was McGinn and Gabriel. Gabriel went to ground actually right on the edge of the area. And did he win the ball? Yes, he probably did win the ball. That was probably a fair decision. McGinn was looking for it. And then the second one there, Smith Rowe definitely got the ball first. He did then catch Bailey, but it was after the ball had gone and it was behind him. Definitely wasn't a foul. Again, the referee's got that one right as well. So we can't have too many complaints with Craig Paulson tonight. He's done well. That was a dangerous throw from Ramsdale. Put Tavares under pressure. And he's conceded a free kick. I don't know quite what Ramsdale was doing there. But Aston Villa haven't had it says they've had 8 shots in the second half, Aston Villa. None in the first half. Shows how different this second half has been. And Aston Villa have got themselves a goal as well from Jacob Ramsey, the young substitute. Good finish that was actually into the top corner. And they've got a free kick opportunity now midway inside Arsenal's half. It's going to be Matty Cash to take this as well. Plays it towards the far side. The header comes in from Thomas Partey, gets it clear. But Arsenal just concede a throw over on that far side. It's been a little bit scrappy from Arsenal in the closing stages here. In fact, it's going to be a throw to Arsenal over on that far side. We're into the last 3 minutes of normal time. Surely we have done enough now to get the points. Important 3 points as well. I wanted to see a better performance than Monday, a reaction regardless of the result. And we look as though we're getting both. A good performance overall from Arsenal. We've maybe looked a little bit leggy later on in this game. Not surprised. It's been a quick turnaround. Villa had 2 extra days off. Now Smith Rowe. Again, Tavares steaming outside him. Tavares, a great ball across the 6-yard box. Again, Aston Villa defend it well with Tyrone Mings. Annie there in the chat. How you doing, mate? Thanks for tuning in. He says, who have you been most impressed with in this game? There's been a lot of players that I've been really impressed with. Tavares, his energy down his left-hand side for Arsenal, charging forward, and he's shown some good deliveries as well, some great balls across the box. He's impressed me. He's just given away a foul throw, as I say that, though. But he's impressed me, Tavares. Lokonga had a decent game in midfield before he went off. Lacazette worked hard. Gabriel and Ben White have done pretty well at the back. Ramsdale's made some saves. Everybody's played well. If I had to pick one, I'll go for Tavares just because it's a rare game for him and he's stood out with them charges down that left-hand side. He's not been tested defensively too much, but he's certainly been exciting to watch. I've enjoyed his performance tonight. And he's got the ball again now down his near side. He hasn't stopped running. That was a poor ball. They're looking for Smith Rowe, but he's going to try and win it back as he's gone over his head, and it's going to be a throw to Aston Villa. But yeah, I think I'll pick Tavares. Have you been watching the game, Andy? Who's impressed you the most, mate? But I think all the Arsenal players have played well actually tonight. There hasn't been a bad performance out there. Which Aubameyang maybe hasn't done as much as normal. Saka now has just intercepted that pass. We're into the final minute of the 90. Let's just play this game out now. That's what we need to do, don't we? I don't know how much injury time there'll be. Maybe 3 or 4 minutes. There hasn't been many stoppages. There's been a few substitutions. So we'll see. I'd say maybe 3 or 4 minutes. We'll have to wait to play. But anyway, Villa coming forward again. Ollie Watkins down this near side. He missed a big chance early in this second half when it was still 2-0. Could have been a big turning point out. Watkins again into the penalty area. Plays the ball across to Douglas Luiz. That's a good ball out to the far side to Target. Oh, it's a slip in the penalty. Ramsey again drags his shot wide. That was a chance for a second goal for Jacob Ramsey. But that was it was a slip actually from Thomas Partey. It was gave Ramsey a chance. He snatched at that one though, and just opened up for him briefly there. And he maybe should have felt he could have done better with that. And he says probably Tavares as well. Lacazette really impressed me with his work. Well, no, he did. He worked extremely hard, Lacazette. Wasn't quite his night in front of goal, was it? Smith Rowe is now going to go off. There is going to be 4 minutes of stoppage time. Actually, no, I don't think Smith Rowe is going to go off, is he? He had come over to the near side. I think he's just getting a drink. But we're just about to go into the 4 minutes of stoppage time. Arsenal are about to make the third and final substitute. I can't see who it is. I thought it was going to be Smith Rowe going off, but he's just coming and having a drink. Martinelli's coming on for Aubameyang. Aubameyang, he didn't have a great game. He gives the round of applause. He looks like he's limping, actually, which is why he's going off. He did score his goal, of course. The rebound from the penalty, his penalty, which was saved by Martinez. And Martinelli's going to get 4 minutes again. Is that really enough? Should he not be getting more minutes? But anyway, we can't really complain too much tonight because everything's has gone our way. And we played well. So Martinelli is going to get a few minutes again, as he did the other night. He came on and played well, didn't he? He needs to be playing more, though, doesn't he, Martinelli? He needs to get an opportunity. I'm sure he'll play in the Carabao Cup game against Leeds, but he needs to be playing more in the Premier League. He did just win a header there, his first touch since coming on, although it's gone out for a throw to Aston Villa, who I think even now they realise the game's up for them. And Arsenal now look as though we're just going to see this game out. We've had one or two shaky moments in the second half, but overall we've had full control of this game, and we've definitely fully deserved the victory. There's been no doubt about that, and let's hope that we can start on a good, consistent run of performances. Yes, it's 6 games unbeaten, which is a great turnaround following those first 3 games when we were really poor, as we know. It has been a good turnaround in terms of results, but the performances still we haven't quite got that consistency yet. But let's hope that maybe we can start to do that now, because this has been, it's up there with our best 90 minutes of the season. It probably is. Again, the second half we've maybe sat back a little bit deeper, but when you've got a lead like 3-0, it's understandable, isn't it? Now it's Bailey who's had quite a big impact, and he's just won a free kick off Tavares, who I'm going to give man of the match to, actually. I don't know about what you guys think. For me, Tavares he's been brilliant, actually. I've just enjoyed watching him. But Villa have got a free kick which he's just conceded. It's about 10 yards outside the penalty area, just slightly to this near side, the right-hand side. An opportunity for a shot at goal, actually, for Aston Villa from here. It might well be Bailey, although Douglas Luiz is over it as well. As a Brazilian, I'm sure he can take a good set piece. But we'll see who's going to take this. It's going to either be Bailey or Luiz with this free kick. It would be no more than a consolation now. We're into the final minute of stoppage time, and it would make the scoreline maybe slightly closer than it should be. Over the balance of play, I think Arsenal have been at least 2 goals better than Aston Villa. We could have scored 5 or 6 in this game, let's be fair. But Villa have got an opportunity here to get a second goal in the final minute of stoppage time. It's Douglas Luiz and Bailey over this free kick. Aston Villa have got 3 players just to the side of the Arsenal wall as well, in front of where Ramsdale is. This could be a dangerous moment. Aston Villa are going to get a consolation. It's going to be Bailey with a free kick just over the top there. I think Ramsdale had it covered, and I think that might well be that in this game. It was a decent hit free kick, actually. Got over the wall, but didn't dip down enough over the top of the crossbar. And Ramsdale was across there anyway, and I'm sure he would have saved it if it had been dipping in. Kevin says, it makes me laugh, 3-1 down and taking ages to take free kick. Makes no sense. You'll be rushing it. I think they've accepted the fact that the game's up for Villa. You know, even if they'd scored that free kick, they barely would have had time to restart. Here's a goal kick now. And I'm sure that when when Ramsdale kicks his ball, I'm sure the referee will blow for full time to confirm Arsenal's victory tonight, a good victory as well. The ball just got out for a throw to Aston Villa on this near side. We're now just playing out time, I'm sure. Rajendra there says, ESR man of the match to me. No, he's had a good game as well. Got his goal, didn't he? And I say there hasn't been a bad performance from Arsenal, so it's difficult to pick one. I've just enjoyed watching Tavares play tonight. And there goes the whistle. It's finished at the Emirates tonight. Perfect response from what was a poor performance on Monday. It's finished Arsenal 3, Aston Villa 1. A good performance, actually, from start to finish. We were 2-0 up at half-time. We could have been 4 or 5 up. We'd missed 1 or 2 chances. Thomas Partey hit the bar before Partey got his first goal, the opening goal of the night, a header, near post header from Emile Smith-Rowe's left wing corner. That was midway through the first half. Then Bukayo Saka should have got a second. It was a good save by Martinez's legs, although Saka didn't show the necessary composure to finish that chance off. But in the final minute of the half, virtually last kick of the first half, we were given a penalty when Lacazette was fouled in the penalty area by Taggart. It went to VAR. Initially, referee Craig Pawson didn't give the penalty, but he went to VAR, checked the screen, overruled it, did give the penalty. Martinez actually saved Aubameyang's initial penalty, but Aubameyang followed up to score. That's his fourth goal of the season in the Premier League, isn't it? Following his goal the other night as well. And in the second half, we got the third goal, which kind of put us comfortable. It was Smith Rowe counter-attacking goal, a lovely 1-2 with Aubameyang who flicked the ball back into his path. Smith Rowe ran into the air and his shot was deflected past Martinez by Tyrone Mings, although it is a Smith Rowe goal. And then, Villa played better in the second half. They changed their shape. They went forward at the back, brought on Bailey as a substitute. It was Bailey who created their goal with about 15 minutes to go. It was his run from right to left. The ball ended up falling to a fellow substitute, Jacob Ramsey, who curled a shot into the top corner, giving Ramsdale, no chance. Ramsdale earlier made a couple of good saves, actually, to keep Aston Villa out. In the end, it was a comfortable victory for Arsenal. Played some good football. Could have scored 3 or 4 more goals, actually, but a decent performance. That's probably our best performance of the season overall for 90 minutes. Yes, Villa had the better second half, but Arsenal did the job well. And, great from Tavares as well at left back there, charging forward at every opportunity. Good night's work from Arsenal. Brilliant from everybody. Well done, Arteta. I've been a big critic of his. I'm still not convinced he's the right man to take the club forward where we need to go, but you have to say he got it right tonight. The players responded to the poor performance on Monday. Good to see Saka get a full 90 minutes as well, following that bad injury he had. And that's our weekend done. A good start to the weekend, isn't it? It's nice when we win on a Friday, I suppose. It sets up the weekend nicely. We've got no stress. We can just enjoy some of the other games. Some big games this weekend, actually, isn't there? As well, Brighton against Man City is going to be a big game, isn't it? Brighton had a great start to the season. Of course, Liverpool travel to Manchester United on Sunday, a London derby as well, West Ham against Tottenham. So some big games. Brentford, Leicester looks a good game on Sunday as well. So loads to look forward to over the weekend in the Premier League. But for us, we've done our job. We are currently up to 9th, just 1 point behind Brighton, who are in the top 4. Of course, Brighton play Man City. So there'll be a few changes above us. But so far, on 14 points, obviously, we played a game more than all the teams around us. Aston Villa have dropped down to are still 13th with 10 points. They're only 4 points off of Leeds in 17th. So Villa have got a bit of work to do, haven't they? Rajendra says, Partey also commanded midfield. He did, Partey had a decent game, got his goal as well. But it was a good performance all round tonight from Arsenal. Much, much better. We can all be happy tonight. We can all enjoy the weekend now, can't we? After it's not been an easy week, has it? After the Monday night game, but we bounced back well. It's what we wanted. All we wanted to see was a better performance from Arsenal tonight. We've got that, and we've got to be delighted about that, haven't we? Great stuff to see, and brilliant stuff, and a fully deserved victory. The only slight disappointment was we didn't score a few more goals, because we should have done and we could have done, and that would have been fully deserved. I don't think Aston Villa could have had too many complaints. They wasn't really at that tonight, were they, Villa? But that was as much to do with how we played, with the pressing that we did, and the good football that we played as well. It was an enjoyable game to watch for Arsenal, which is something that we said at the top of the show, didn't we? Nigel put a comment in about wanting to enjoy the performance, and we did. I enjoyed that, and I'm sure you guys did as well. It was nice to see Arsenal playing some good football, attacking football, scoring goals as well. Kevin says, Rajendra, yes, he played okay, but passing not that good, really. He had his moments. I thought he defended pretty well. He cut out a lot of the play, didn't he? Cut out a lot of Aston Villa opportunities, defended well, and did get his goal as well, his first goal, which was a big moment for him. And, we all enjoyed that, didn't we? Finally, off the mark. He'd probably go on a run now, won't he? And probably score in the next 3 or 4 games. That tends to be how it works, isn't it? Kevin says, night boys, good results, stay safe this week. And you, mate, thanks a lot for tuning in again, Kev. Good to see you in windy Jersey. Hope you have a good weekend as well. At least we can be happy this weekend now, can't we? Enjoy it without having to worry about the Arsenal result, because we've got it out of the way and we won, and that's all we can hope for, really. Regeneral says, it was interceptions and passes forward, and some will be intercepted. No, I agree. I thought his interceptions were great tonight. I thought he did play well. Some of his forward passing was a little bit off at times, but he had a decent game, and I say he did get that important goal as well. So a good night for Arsenal for a change. This week. Nice way to finish the week off, isn't it, with a victory? So it's 6 unbeaten now, 4 wins in them 6 as well. That's a good run of results, even if the performances have been a bit patchy. It was much better tonight, and we are up to 9th place, which doesn't seem that great. But with everyone else playing on the weekend, we might drop down a bit more. But at least we're getting ourselves back in contention again. A good run of results now, consistent results, if not performances yet. We need to push on from here, though, don't we? A tough game next week, as we know, away at Leicester. It's never easy to go there. I know we won there last season, but it's a tough place to go. A tough game against a team above us in the table. If we can get a win there and a good performance, then maybe things might start to turn, and maybe we'll start to come around to Arteta a bit more. But we need to show the type of performance that we did tonight. We need to show that on a more consistent basis going forward. And if we do that, we'll all be happy, because that's all we want to see. We want to see good performances, the team trying hard all the way through the game as we did tonight, and obviously ultimately getting the right results. And then that's all we want to see. Just the team trying, I think that's the main thing. And tonight they did. No complaints from me at all. I thought that was a good performance there all round and fully deserved. Arsenal victory. Redenda then says Party Sambi combination. But it was. Tonight it worked well. It did work well. I was a bit worried about the midfield. I thought Douglas Luiz and McGinn may have dominated that area, but they didn't tonight. And I did say it last night on the show. I felt whoever won the midfield battle would win the game. And that's how it turned out. We were on top in midfield. Party and the Congo, as you said, did the business tonight. And that swung it in our favour. And we dominated that game pretty much from start to finish. Be interesting to see what Froggy made of it all. I'll maybe try and speak to him over the weekend. Maybe get him on the channel possibly, or maybe even Rich, the other Villa fan who was due to come. I'll maybe speak to him over the weekend and see what his thoughts were on the Aston Villa performance, which I thought was poor, certainly in the first half. They were better in the second half, but they had too much to do. Rodella says it. Because he won a lot of headers, didn't he? At both ends of the pitch, actually, defensively and offensively as well. Got his goal from that very thing. So yeah, a good night all round. Delighted for Thomas Partey. Delighted for everybody, actually. I'm pleased for Arteta as well. I know I've given him some stick. I feel it's been deserved for some bad decisions that he's made and some bad results and performances. But tonight he got it right. And I'm pleased for him. He looked delighted at the end and brilliant stuff it is. Good to see everybody smiling at Arsenal for a change. It isn't often we've been able to do that in the last couple of years, is it? So, yeah, great stuff from Arsenal. Well played, everyone. Well done, Arteta. Well done, the boys. Great performance. 3-1, as I say. The goals were Thomas Partey, Aubameyang rebound from a penalty, and Smith-Rowe's deflected effort before Jacob Ramsey pulled a late goal back for Aston Villa very, very late in that game. But Arsenal fully deserved that. We could have won a few more. Partey at the crossbar. Saka should have scored. Martinez made a couple of good saves. Ramsdale made a couple of good saves for Arsenal as well. It was a good open game, and Arsenal come out on top. It's finished at the Emirates tonight. Arsenal 3, Aston Villa 1. Bouncing back from Monday night's disappointment. Good result, good performance, and yeah, back on track again. And let's hope that we can push on from here and, I say, start a really good, consistent run of performances and get ourselves back in contention for that top 6, or even maybe top 4. Is that a little bit optimistic? Maybe, probably is. Thanks to all you guys in the chat, as always. Some of the regulars, Kev, obviously, Rajendra, Nigel, of course, fantastic stuff from you as well. Annie as well in the chat. Thanks for popping in, mate, as well. Mark Dalzell as well. Good to see you in the chat as well tonight. Everybody else, have I missed anybody? I may have done. Oh, Derek earlier as well. Thanks for tuning in. James as well earlier on. Thanks to all you guys. So everyone who's watched. If you are new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Be great to have you on board with what we do. We do cover the Arsenal women as well, if that is something you enjoy. Rajendra says top 4, yes. So I think we may be a little bit early for top 4, but we'll see. We're only a point behind the top 4 at the moment. If everybody ahead of us loses tomorrow, we beat Leicester next week, who knows? Maybe we could be in the top 4. Just makes that result on Monday even more frustrating, doesn't it? Them extra 2 points would have put us in the top 4 now, and that would have been fantastic, wouldn't it? Even though everyone will have a game in them. But anyway, we can't worry about what's gone. We can just worry about today's game. We won, we played well, and that's what we need to focus on. 6 games unbeaten, and fantastic. So, yeah, looking forward to the next game now, which is unusual. Regina says, great commentary, getting better. The BBC are missing you. Well, we'll see. If the BBC ring me, I'll tell them I'm not interested, because I'd rather be on here chatting to you guys, to be perfectly honest. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for your support of the channel. I say, if anyone's watching and hasn't subscribed, please consider doing so. Please give it a like as well if you have enjoyed the show. I've certainly enjoyed that performance from Arsenal. They deserve a thumbs up, don't they, the performance tonight, Arteta and the boys. So if you've enjoyed the show, please give this a thumbs up as well. I will next be live, probably not until Tuesday now for the Tuesday Club. I might have a weekend off. It's been a busy couple of weeks on the channel, actually, a lot of live shows, a lot of matches as well. which I've enjoyed doing. But maybe I'll have a weekend off, just have a chill out, watch some of the other games and enjoy that as well. And I say I'll probably be back Tuesday for the Tuesday Club with the usual gang. Looking back to this game, looking into Leicester as well. We'll pick an archive season as well. I did promise we'd do a bit more recent one because this week's one was a little bit too far back for some of the guys on the panel, wasn't it? But we'll do a bit more recent one. We'll maybe still stick with the 1990s, a good era that was for Arsenal. So yes, we will probably do that on Tuesday. I may do a review of this game over the weekend, or I might not really. I don't know. I'll see. I might have a weekend off from it all. It has been a busy couple of weeks. I've started a new job as well, so I've been quite busy all round. Regenda says, "Come on, the Gunners! Great show. Enjoy your weekend." Yeah, thank you very much, Regenda. Enjoy your weekend as well. We can chill out now, can't we, and enjoy it, having seen Arsenal win. We haven't got to be tense now, have we, until the game. No, our last weekend was tough, wasn't it? Because we knew we were playing on Monday and you knew the game was coming. But this week, it's out of the way early. We've won. We can relax, enjoy the weekend and come back refreshed next week for some more great content on the channel. I'll say a clinic on Tuesday, which I'll enjoy that as well. And then, of course, we will build up to the Leicester game. I'll get a Leicester fan on as well later in the week, building up to that game. And of course a watch along as well next weekend, next Saturday, lunchtime, isn't it? 12:30 kickoff, early one. Snubby in the chat there, Gooners indeed. Yes, great win today, wasn't it? Thanks for tuning in, mate. If you've enjoyed the show, please subscribe if you haven't done so and give it a like as well. That's it then. I'm going to be putting a quick little match review video on Scott's the Red Cannon channel, so please check that out as well. An after match little video I'll do for his channel now, which will go up there very shortly, so please go and watch that as well a little bit later. And yeah, I say thanks to everybody for watching. Thanks to you guys for supporting the channel. Thanks to the lads on the pitch and Arteta for a good performance, an enjoyable performance tonight. Regina says they'll see you next game. And on the women's shows, yeah, I'll be doing a women's. Obviously, there's no women's game now. The next women's show will probably be Friday the 29th. It's next week, isn't it? Yeah, it's next weekend, isn't it? Yeah, so we'll be on next Friday with the women's show, and then I'll do the Leicester preview probably Thursday night with a Leicester fan, and I'll say the Tuesday clinics. Lots coming up on the channel, and also there will be a watch along of the women's game against Brighton next weekend. And Snubby says enjoy the weekend. Yeah, you enjoy the weekend as well. And speak to you guys all very soon. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and in the meantime, of course, a good night for Arsenal. Arsenal 3, Aston Villa 1. Come on, you Gunners, back up that table. Come on, 6 unbeaten. Enjoy your weekend, guys. I'll speak to you soon. Yeah, take it easy.